That's when blacks rule. That's why you got, look, bro. That's why you got where were the, you know what I'm saying, King James and all of these motherfuckers, they were the power. Prince William the mulatto. You know what I'm saying? These people were like, so that's a whole nother sect of people. We were not just one place at one time. We were intricate in every country, in every
I got a new stream
major organization. Like our ancestors were intricate in that. We lost it in the early 1900s, late early 1900s. That's when we lost it.
I'm sorry, when we lost what exactly? When you say
when I mean by our control, our worldwide network, our trading
worldwide network of
kingdoms, nations.
What?
Didn't I give you the book Pirates of the Caribbean, bro? I sent it to you, bro. Don't play with it.
Kingdoms and nations.
Pirates of the Caribbean, bro.
We had a worldwide network of what?
Trade, from everything from cotton to sugar to
so black people.
Listen, there was no blacks yet, bro. Listen, there was no so-called blacks, as you say, we are today. Those are the people who made us, though.
What?
Those Sephardi Jews, bro, listen. Those was the people that was in Spain, that was kicked out in 1492 and 1503.
They don't get like that, bro. Like,
yeah, I know what I'm saying, nigga. I know exactly what I'm saying.
So they're not black. Like us.
No. You know the social construct is ever evolving, right?
Right. I mean,
right. So we were not. All right, bro. So come on. I don't like to have to break shit down, bro. This is just.
Listen, this is your debate that you're fucking off, bro. I'm not the one that you have to break it down for me. You better be ready to break that.
I'm talking about people that made blacks who they are today. The people that make, like, why you look at motherfuckers like me or a motherfucker like
those people before us are not black.
See, you're talking about two different things. You're talking about description black,
bro.
You talking about the description black, or you talking about the black experience?
I'm talking about what? The black experience. Yeah, bro. You did, bro.
Oh shit. That nigga said you
talking about experience.
Yeah, what we have today, what is known as the black experience.
You talking about a Ferrari or the Ferrari
that unifies us under one understanding.
You're talking about
that's an American concept, though. Wouldn't you agree?
American concept.
Yes.
So this is so listen, bro. So this thing that we are at the almost, I say, the peak of what we experience as black people, it extended. It comes from a point in time. It comes from places that these people have been dealing with the same thing over and over and over and over again that led up to us who we are today, bro. This is not a new thing.
Right, but you're saying we're new people.
Yes, we are new people. We're not the same people during the Roman times, but just our people existed during the Roman times. We got different minds now. We have a different experience. However, it's the same plight. It's the same plight. It was an ever evolving thing.
So we're a different race too, right?
What you mean?
Well, you said they weren't black.
No,
they made us.
All right, let me say this. To make black people, bro, you take. I hate to say this, bro, but it only take the original Jews to make black people, bro. We just had different names throughout time because we were in a different dimension, if you will. It wasn't the same. It was the same idea, persecution of a people because of something, but we were this evolved into from those things in the past, bro. It's ever evolving. We constantly were involved with that because we were once the rulers.
We was gangs.
Our people was once rulers, bro.
And
not just in America.
Bro, like, and see, when you say not just in America, that's where you fucked up.
Well, that was true.
Some of them were kings, some of them ruled, but hey, bro, they ain't never ruled America, bro. Like that is just fictional,
bro.
That is false.
All right, so let me ask you this. I don't know if you understand that.
What
it's gonna be hard to explain to you that the people that came over here in another time period, right? They were our ancestors as well. They were relatives.
What was black people controlling, bro?
What fort?
Port. What port were they controlling? Where was all this trade going on? Where was
here? Let me get you a little closer. Okay, in 1619, we know that it was 20 slaves that came. Hold on, 20 slaves came here, so-called slaves, right? The indentures. After 3 to 7 years, they were free. Those became your first colonies. They had plotted soil and needed workers, so they themselves established that type of trade with others that came here. They were actually, man, it's gonna be hard to prove it to you right now, but they were bringing their family over here, bro.
Every time we get to that point where it's time for you to answer a question, bro, about these fake ass white mulattoes you keep talking about, you go back to the 1600s.
Mulattoes came.
Right, calling white people mulattoes, bro.
That's appropriate.
Bro, you call Albert Pike a mulatto, bro. Like,
no, I didn't. I don't even know what he looked like.
It's a white man.
Yeah, but how can I call him a mulatto if I don't even know what he looked like?
Because it ain't no white people.
I didn't. I said that there were pure white people in the earth from the English and the Saxons, according to Thomas Jefferson. That was in the 1700s.
Bro, when did the last
white... wrong. Actually, that might be.
Like, when did the last white people die off, bro?
Oh man.
You can't tell me when the last white people died off? If everybody in the 1900s was mulatto, according to you, when did the last white person die off?
I didn't say everybody in the 1800s was mulatto, because he's showing you in the 1700s there was some pure white people in the earth. Something happened in between Britain and the English, whatever, and now you have a certain people in control over there, right? The money and everything belongs to this other group of people. They no longer belongs to, and I think, if I'm not mistaken, it has to do with one of the wars and a rumor that a war was won, caused people to sell their stock. Right? The person who made the rumor, which I believe was the Rockefeller, I don't have my information. I hate to do this. But he ended up gaining all of that shit. He ended up gaining the capital of what was lost. It came to table. From that point, they started to redistribute the wealth. That's over there. Now, simultaneously, you got shit going on over here. Everything is happening. You know what I'm saying? What happened in America, it definitely has something to do with happening in England. What happened in England is definitely got something to do with what happens in Portugal, France, Spain. And what happens in Germany has definitely to do something what happens in Switzerland, Russia, and all of that, bro. It's all connected, bro.
That shit sounds good. I'm still not seeing the transfer of wealth from blacks to whites.
That's because you said, because I have to show you that the ancestors of the blacks were the Sephardic Jews, bro.
No, you don't have to show me shit about no fucking Jews, bro. You gotta show me where niggas was up and making money and doing great in 1854. Like that's all you got to do, bro. Like it's that simple. If niggas up running businesses, everything's great. They are controlling the capital in the South. It should be easy to show.
That should be talking about each other. This corporation.
Yes, second, bro.
Yeah, you can't just throw the word Jews around and motherfuckers just bow down. We're like, oh shit, it's the Jew. Like, nah, bro. Like them white folks had this shit on lock, bro. And that's the history.
Okay.
They literally was making money off of our backs, and you downplaying that. You removing the history of how the South was making money.
Okay, so I want you to look up a book called Prosperous Blacks in the South, 1790 to 1880, by Walter Fleming. Civil War and Reconstruction in Alabama and New York in 1905.
Yeah, that's not during Reconstruction. 1905 is long after Reconstruction.
I gave you the God, I gave you the number. I gave you the Prosperous Blacks in the South, 18 from 17.
You just Google the book right quick.
No, I just don't have my sources with me, and I have to go and
just
look up what I'm trying to tell you.
Bro, just because a couple niggas got businesses in the South, bro, that's like that you can show.
Okay, well, I want you to look up Irish of the Caribbean.
We had the capital, and there was a transition of wealth to the white community, is what you said, bro.
Yes, brother. When we lost the war, when the South lost the Civil War, bro.
I'm sorry. When we lost the war, bro.
When the South lost the Civil War, that was your black cap.
So everybody in the South was black, and then the North was what? Majority white or mulatto white or what?
No, the North. No, mostly the people in America was black, was people of color.
Okay, so the North was people of color that was fighting to end slavery, and the South was people of color who was fighting for individual states' rights or whatever the fuck.
No, the people of the South was the people who.
This nigga said they were people of color, man.
Right, the people of the South, bro, was the people who had, the capital. Now, it's pointed out what the blacks were. I think it said at some point in South Carolina, it was like 49%. Blacks had owned 49% of the slaves. Blacks had owned 49% of the slaves. Now, later, so after that, got 49%. Blacks, that's in South Carolina. Now, the other part is the mulattoes were accounted as white, and they at their capital or their slaves were attributed to white ownership. That added to white people owning slaves, but they were not white people.
Yeah, I think you're out of your fucking mind, bro.
Okay.
I think this
makes me great, bro. I'm far out.
Bro, this nigga said. So the story of the general that was the head of the Union, the South, right?
Grant Lee.
Okay, yeah, I believe that's who it is. Now, he was offered the position to be the general, the head of the North, right? You can say no if you didn't. It's okay.
No, I don't.
Okay. Now, if that is to be true, do you see any conflict with what you're saying now?
No. Explain it.
you don't see a conflict with the general that's in the South being offered first to be the head of the Northern military, but turned it down because he didn't want to fight against his own people who were in the South.
Do you know Ulysses S. Grant had black children?
All right, we can talk about that then. I mean, if that's what you do, when
No, I'm just saying, bro. I don't. You asking me random shit. Like bring out your shit.
Have black children.
Whack. Bring out your information, bro. Like,
white man have a black child, bro. Like that's an insult to my childhood, bro. What are you talking about? How can a white man have a black child, bro?
Having it with a black woman.
Yeah, no.
Well, nah, that's not play.
What's up, Lance? How's that possible?
How is what possible?
How can a white man have a black child?
I mean, they can't literally have a black child, but you know what I'm saying. I don't think y'all niggas. If the nigga come out black skin, if the child come out black skin with it.
What is black skin?
It's right. If the child come out dark skin, it's the white man's child, nigga. What do you mean?
Okay, I don't deal with the semantics.
What exactly are you asking, bro? You said race was a social construct. I hear you. So this is the confusion in that construct. This is a white man's child, bro.
Right. So that means everybody that came from Ulysses S. Grant bloodline today is white.
I'm not saying that they're white or black. I'm asking you actually. I mean, because this is you who's making that claim. My thing is this. If Ulysses S. Grant is in your bloodline and you don't tell me and you look like me, I'll never know and I'll be cool with that. Once you tell me that he's there, it's almost like you wanted me to know you got some crackers in your bloodline purposely. And I'm gonna think that you're white identified. That's how I'm gonna think of that.
Right. I don't have any white people in my family.
But no, I'm just saying if a person did that with some white people. So like Ulysses S. Grant family, if they were all black now and they weren't throwing that in my face, let's say they was making a reparations claim with it. I don't care about that. But if they out in Front Street saying, look, we're Ulysses S. Grant's kids, like, okay, those would be considered white or mixed people to me. They wouldn't be black. Black people shouldn't run around looking for people to, accept them and their white people to come along with them. Because I don't have no white people with me.
Right.
You bring, you know what I'm saying? If you bring white people to the table, like, again, like you're invalidating us as a whole. And that's just, you know what I'm saying? Again, like, I think when you start saying some of this, you're not letting white people be white.
I think that when I start saying some of this, bro, I diminish their power that they have tricked us into believing they have over us.
I don't believe them being white.
It's easy to convince some children. Listen, it's easy to convince some children in the school system of some shit that happened in history. You know what I'm saying? Under the nose of the parents that ain't even paying attention to the information that the children were receiving. My mom and daddy never helped me with my homework, nigga. They was at work.
Who was you at home with?
Shit, I was at school when they was, you know what I'm saying? What do you mean? Them.
I don't know if we should be reaching back that far though, because I honestly feel like a lot of our parents were mistaught, even on a worse level than we were.
That's what my point is. They
weren't in position to do a lot of teaching for real. You know what I'm saying? Not only did they not have the information, but they had to work and do shit like that. So, like that, the job of the education system just never fulfilled itself. But I mean, make no mistake about it.
Yeah, because how you got motherfuckers having doctors coming out of the Civil War? My pops went to college, bro, and didn't know that the Federal Reserve were part of the United States government.
Right.
It was a bunch of stuff. I was like, "Dang, you ain't know?" He was like, "No, It is part of the government. I'm like, no, it's not, bro.
That's right.
I had a good little talk when my dad found out that nigga was educated in the motherfucker.
You say indoctrinated and shit. Nigga, too educated.
He spent
well indoctrinated, bro.
6 years in college.
That's what it becomes, though, and it's that curriculum thing. Like I said, they upgrade the curriculum every year to follow what what mainstream know and what most black people know. You know what I'm saying? If most black people know it, they'll upgrade the curriculum and keep following along. But then they start cutting shit, and I think once they start getting caught, like what they did in Texas, and start putting that shit about immigrants and slavery being cool. And I don't know if y'all remember seeing that picture they had in that textbook with the slave shaking hands with the slave master.
Yeah,
And they shit like that. You know what I'm saying? Like once that shit went public, that was it.
That's what I'm talking. Somebody, what a subject.
I'm sorry, say it again.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That shit kind of true though. Because the first we read that shit over and over. Nigga, the first people here that was so
slaves were immigrants. They were immigrants.
They were not slaves. And that shit kind of true. You got motherfucking Scottish people coming over here that was dark skinned. I showed you the ship ledgers.
So they weren't slaves, they was immigrants.
They were not slaves, bro. The laws made them slaves once they got here later in time.
So I mean, did any of the did chattel slavery happen? I mean, like, is any of that
chattel slavery was that one dude, John Post or some shit. It was he kept running from his slave master. That dude that owned him was black. He kept running from him. He ain't fulfilled his time out, so the court had ruled that he had to be indentured indefinitely. And the dude that took him to court was a black man, bro.
Do you have any? Okay, who did he take him to court to? Was it white men in power, or was those black men too?
Not sure. I didn't look into that. I'm just imagining that everything that was going on. It was like a.
Imagine. I can imagine that. That nigga tough to deal with, bro. For real, y'all not fucking with that boy.
It'll come out, man.
Yeah, you just lost me. Like I say, man, I just, because every time we get close to you, because what you said earlier, it just bothered me. Like maybe I heard you wrong. I just thought you said in the late 1800s there were no white people. Like I'm almost positive that's what you said, bro. Yeah, that's what he said. You're kind of rolling it back now.
No, I think what I said was there was no white people as we know them today.
No, nigga, you said it wasn't no white people at all.
I said white people. I said you start seeing white people like we know them today until the 1920s with the Racial Integrity Act, when they started taxing your ass to have mixed race kids and having mixed couples, and they stopped that. They stopped white men from marrying black women and black men from being with white women, and that just made people stop mixing back together. That's when your mulattoes.
Because you said that white people as we know it today, which you would say aren't white people, because only the England and the Anglo-Saxon have pure white people. So even the white people that we know today would be, by your definition, mixed. So you saying there was none of the white people that as we know today back then? Or are you saying there was no pure whites?
I'm saying back then the people in power that we think was white wasn't white people.
We're saying, were there white people here, bro? Why did you just change the conversation?
But they didn't come until the English colonization, bro.
So now we're back where we started, because you just tried to clean it up. That's why I asked that question. Because you said, I think what I said was there's no white people as we know them today. But really what you're saying is that the white people that we know as white today aren't white. They're mulattoes. The white people are the pure white people who only the Anglo-Saxons and English have.
Thank you, bro.
But you just killed your fucking argument, bro. That's what I'm
No, I
asking.
didn't.
So what do you mean by when I said white people being white people?
Listen, we're at the end of that.
No,
that evolution.
teach me. Do not teach me. Answer the question. You just said white people as we know it today. You don't believe there was none of those there at that time. Didn't you just say that?
No, white people as we know them today. Yeah, no, I don't think it was in the. And when it comes down to colonialism and us being ruled over, I don't think those were none of those white people that we got.
We're not talking about the color of the ruling class. We're talking about the general population. There was no white people as we know white people today here then, or are you saying that there were no pure white, which only the Anglo and the English had? Now
there was no real pure white people at that time.
So was there white people that
only until the English and the Saxons came.
So was there white people as we know white people today here at that time?
Yes, but they have no power.
Why the fuck did you just? That shit is crazy, bro.
They're vagrants and slaves, bro. Those are your real slaves, bro.
All right. So, okay, you just said that slavery didn't happen. You said they were indentured servants, but the white people were slaves and not indentured servants. So basically,
white people, listen,
we owe white people.
White people, the Charles and them was sending white people over here that was going against them during his time.
So we owe white people reparations.
Huh?
So we owe white people reparations for slavery.
No, we don't owe them shit because they got theirs. When they changed the laws that no more white people can be owned, nigga, they got theirs.
What law was that?
Can't remember. I remember reading it.
And who changed it? Black people or white people?
That's when the white people took over.
How did they take
that's when your English come in like, nah, fuck that. Ain't no more owning no motherfucking white people. These niggas not designed for motherfucking being in the sun.
What the fuck, bro? Alright.
That's when you got your motherfucking real white people coming over and ruling.
Yeah, I can't wait till you find somebody to debate this shit with.
No, man, I ain't trying to debate it. I'm just,
You said the real white people came after that, bro. And then they got mixed out, right? That's what you're saying?
No, we never been back in power since. They've been ruling. You don't remember when not JFK, the one that was doing the Black Messiah shit.
You remember that shit?
J. Edgar Hoover?
Yeah, J. Edgar Hoover. Remember when he said, all we'll have to do with the blacks is integrate them. Shit, some of them are smart.
No. When it comes to J. Edgar Hoover, he would have had very little or even nothing to do with integration.
No, because J. Edgar Hoover was a mulatto. Black hair.
Brown eyes. It was.
Bro, I don't like making all these people black, bro.
Bro.
That's like real. This why we had to cut off the water faucet, bro. Just in case we claiming all mixed people like that, bro.
No.
Like I take Frederick Douglass, bro, but you ain't about to slip J. Edgar Hoover through the door, bro.
Nah, you can't get Hoover in there.
Pull up a picture of J. Edgar Hoover and look at that nigga, man.
Yeah.
That nigga's like,
look at that nigga.
Look at wide nose and them nigga lips.
Damn nigga nose.
Foolery, bro.
And the nigga got nigga earlobes.
Hell no, bro. This nigga would be stoned.
Bro, we ain't got no business elevating no white boys to black status, bro.
Facts.
Nah. It's deep, bro. I'm sorry. It's really, really deep.
Well, see, but that's what I'm saying.
Look, this is on a amateur level, bro. Just imagine the real shit coming out. That's why these niggas not coming. Well, bro, can you imagine
Shouldn't you
if
have
they
to
tried to
the
change?
black
They
was respected, Lance?
say
Shouldn't
that
you
again,
have?
bro.
Because if you do everything to work against us and you don't respect your blackness yourself, why should we give you any? Like I say, I know some let's say mulatto, mixed people, whatever. I know they got good hearts and good intentions, right? But if we dealing with somebody like J. Edgar Hoover, nigga, the jury's not out, bruh. Like, why would we ever even give him the benefit of mulatto?
Just because the nigga mixed don't mean the motherfuckers on our team, nigga.
Right, exactly. So why would we even give the J. Edgar Hoovers anything but white? He's white. J. Edgar Hoover's just white. Like, why would we give him mulatto, which will open up the door for it to make it seem like he may have been on our side knowing historically that some of them have been on our side. I think that's reckless.
He did. I mean, I'm not gonna say, you know, I think Pooh had did a reading on Ulysses S. Grant, and I sat through it, if I'm not mistaken. And it was saying that he had appointed African Americans and Jews in high position. You know,
Right.
and you know what positions were these African Americans in that would go and work for him? They had a choice.
That's during Reconstruction, Lance. This is what
1870.
achieve some levels of the power you're referring to that they had before. They didn't have it.
I think that's like Andrew Johnson. I think that's like right after what's the nigga name? Lincoln was assassinated.
Right, and Andrew Johnson became president, got impeached. Right.
See, it's not that long, bro. So from the 1870s to the 1960s is not, you know, bro, that's like a grandmama that made it to be 100. Everything is a succession, bro. I don't think it's important about until I can connect the people that came over here as immigrants fleeing from religious persecution, until I can connect them to being.
Well, why are you calling us immigrants, bro? Like, what type of shit you on, bro?
No, like, this is the whole listen. In 1745, bro, the Huguenots, they were casted out of France.
Bro, they were not importing immigrants, bro. That is crazy to even say. Like white people, when they were importing slaves, you're implying that they were importing immigrants.
No, I'm talking about the people that came over here. I don't think you heard that shit, bro. I said the people that came over here.
I don't know where you jumped to, but I'm talking about like the actual conversation we have, the overall conversation. I see, like when you jump back to 1745, that takes away from what you said earlier, which is the only thing I'm trying to deal with. I'm trying to figure out
that you understand that the people in. It's important that you understand that those people that came from France in 1745.
Bro, I want to know who the last white person was, bro.
I can't answer that, nigga. Come on.
Like, but what is the time frame of the last white person?
I don't know. I don't know if it was
the last year white. When was the last time? Like, how can you not know if you're making the claim?
I didn't make the claim. That's what motherfucking Thomas Jefferson made. I just quoted it.
Come on, man. You making this difficult for no reason, bro.
No, I'm not. You trying to peg me in some shit. I'm quoting Jefferson. Nothing I said came from my mouth, nigga. When I said I had a speculation or a theory, I let it be known.
What speech was that Jefferson said that in? Blue in the building. What speech was that Jefferson said that in? And what else did he say in that? Or did you just Google quotes about people being black?
No, nigga, I read the whole speech several times. I presented it in my debate. Nigga, what are you talking about?
I'm trying to get familiar with how much of the fuck you know this shit. So I'm asking you, what else did he say in that motherfucker? What was the address?
You ain't no money. You ain't a higher educated nigga than me. Who is you to test me, nigga?
What was
You don't touch me.
what was his point of that speech?
The point was that they had end up getting in a position of control of a certain portion of America. And the English started spending all of these motherfucking...
Wait, who got control of a certain portion of America?
You gonna interrupt me?
Yes, because I
No.
know you're flying black.
No. Blacks already had control of America.
Oh my God. All right, bro, go ahead.
Okay. So the English, they couldn't do it by themselves. It took certain Indians and certain so-called blacks to make this happen, to be traitors. But hold on, man. Let me go outside. You okay in here, baby? I'm about to go outside to the car. Good? You can see the car right there, right? All right. Stop eating all of the tacos. Taki. Let me go out to the car so they can.
Yeah, bro. Take your ass to the car right quick. I'm finna get loud. I need to go to the car right quick because I'm real wrong. No.
I'm not, bro. I'm not going, bro. Let me be honest, bro. Let's be for real. You didn't know me, so-called knowing me.
But no kids there, that bullshit you speak.
Knowing of me.
That's just so reckless, nigga. You don't even want your kids to hear it.
Is you crazy? Daughter.
Shout out to you for that.
What do daddy teach you the shape of the earth?
You're a good father, bro. You don't want
my nigga Ryan Garcia, bro, is gonna retire.
Hey, what is our nationality?
He got me looking bad right now.
What nationality?
But that's right, though.
What nationality is Israel?
We Yehudi, bro.
Like you be doing.
We Yehudi, Ben Yakubi.
You hear me?
Huh?
Claim would tell you his nationality is Israelite. I mean, his nationality is Israelite.
It's the type of nigga you have a debate with on who did more for the planet, Africans or black, and this nigga gonna bring fucking Harriet Tubman to the table. That's this nigga.
Yeah. Right.
With no hesitation, no remorse, nothing.
So, Blue, I see you taking battle axe a little serious now. You ain't been on the panel.
Yeah, man. I'm glad I had to what you call it. It was definitely some things to throw away, some things to take, and some things to keep. So yeah, I know it's way to go.
Nigga, bro, he heard a few things. He was like, all right, I don't need that. Throw that away.
Yeah. Got straight rid of that shit. Anything that cause any doubt, anything that make it fit, gone. Not going that direction. I don't even need to. But I do. I just want to see what is it though. I know. I know now. I definitely know. I just needed that little time, man. We needed that little time. So, I ain't blind this time. You know what I mean? I ain't blind going in. I was quite sure where he was headed with it. And so I think once I jab at him on some shit, that should stir his feathers a little bit, and then we should be on and popping from there. I definitely think I pinpointed some things that bothers him a little bit, and some shit I think he ain't got no choice but to stand on out of pride. You know what I mean? So we'll see.
Do not answer the door. Put this latch on.
And this nigga got a mask on, yo. Niggas be trying to make me feel bad, yo. I ain't wore a mask ever. The whole pandemic and shit, bro. I ain't gonna. I can't do it.
Blue, you need, hey, Blue.
Yeah.
Hey, you need another batch, or did you find something in the batch? I got you.
What?
Beats, nigga. Just like it.
Oh, you said, hey, say that, bro. Say that. It's so hot in the mug. And then, yeah. I gotta be, I don't know how y'all rocking in the 60s, bro. But in 2020, it's real right now.
Nigga,
anything. Yeah, I'm in Alabama. it ain't here, my friend.
And bro, that nigga treated you like you was the fans, bro. That nigga hold the nigga saying shit. But nigga stop like, what? That's a weird ass question, bro. You did word it weird.
Man, he do that every time, bro. I don't understand how he keep asking questions. I'm doing the stock show. What he do?
I did.
I got $5,000. Where should I put it? Yo, what you doing? He trying to send me to jail. I don't know where you should put it. I'm looking like, bro, I might have to cut the whole show after you ask me the question.
You got that batch?
Hell no.
Got that batch I sent you?
You got that batch. I'm trying to tell you, bro.
Don't know like that with me on here, bro.
Yeah.
I don't trust them motherfuckers. They'll kick your door in and bring a batch and set that shit in your shit and claim it was yours.
Man, I'm telling you, that's what he was talking about. Next thing you know, I don't even see Lance on the stands. I just see this nigga name on some paperwork. He's like, damn. Whole statement.
Black
This dude like signed and everything. Signed and everything. The white part.
Man.
I'm talking about everything.
Mulatto liberators.
National Urban Monetary Alliance, my nigga. Shit's real.
Motherfucker.
Hey, so is everybody in on that, Lance? Or is that just for black people with two black parents? Is that for some of these mulattoes or white mulattoes? Like who did that?
That should include everybody who deals with black people.
Say it again.
Once he started mentioning MANZ, it's a problem.
Everybody who identifies themselves as black people.
Oh, so like Rick Dolezal could have got involved?
Who?
Rick Dolezal.
Yeah, bro. I don't watch the news, bro. I don't report the news. I don't know.
Sean King. Right.
It's a dip, bro. Maroons and mulattoes is not the same thing, bro. I don't know why you keep doing that.
Bro, so white people, y'all niggas, don't white people come from black people?
No. I don't know who told you that, bro.
So white people are separate people from black people.
Yeah.
You said what?
They're not human.
No.
I don't know. Until otherwise confirmed.
Confirmed, bro.
No.
So white people are non-human.
I don't know.
So how can we mix with them?
Bro, from what I hear, you really can't. Right?
You're not supposed to.
I mean, but it's possible. Like, you can't have
I'm going to actually get a pack of...
people always do unnatural things.
Bro, you're not about to create a 3 Ninja Turtle, nigga.
And 1 silver pack of...
If not, you can get a liger or a beer.
Right, so things of likeness, the same thing.
Let me go with the mini silver. Yeah.
That's what mixed kids are. They're ligers. They're deerbless.
You said a tiger mixed with a horse.
I don't know. I'm sure they've tried it. We'd have to go and check the science on that.
They can mix, but they can't.
A liger?
They can't.
Tiger,
but they can't have sex. They can't have sex, but you can breed them.
come out with the Tigers.
Yeah, nah, I'm good.
Them hype.
But you said a liar.
Bro, I think it's just some real white people hiding amongst motherfuckers that we make.
That's what's up.
I mean, and this is the thing, bro. And this is why I be telling y'all, DNA falls short, bro. Like the haplogroup shit and all of that. It sounds good in the beginning, but as you start looking at people and using common fucking sense, the shit don't make sense, bro. Shit does not make sense.
That shit fails.
The shit fails, bro. Everybody coming from one spot. I'm telling you, the science, the more when you really peep game, and Brother Sanchez, he kind of touched on this when he was, I think y'all pre-debate show or something like this. But when you talk about mainstream science, bro, they on some Christianity shit.
Oh, definitely.
I'm telling you, it's the same narrative. They're trying to give you the same dumbass narrative through science, and then WWF playing like they don't agree with the Bible. I'm telling you, bro, it's all the fucking scheme. It's all the scheme, man. They say you all come from two people in Africa. Who is those two people in Africa? Science. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, bro. Let's not do this, bro. You don't all come from Africa. Niggas come from different places, man. Like, that shit just what it is, bro. DNA is the only reason why niggas really try to say that shit, and it don't make sense.
But yeah, white people.
It just don't make sense. You can see some connections, right? Like you can see a connection between the Khoisan and the Chinese. Okay. But now you got to show me that connection from the Sudanese. You know what I'm saying? And then you got pygmy people. Like, come on, bro. You got people that's not being, they women and men ain't being no shorter than 6 feet. Then you got to deal with the Nigerians. Like, it don't add up, bro. It just don't add up. The pygmy people and the Khoisan people ain't never finna make a Nigerian. Ever in their life.
Right.
It's never gonna happen. You know what I'm saying? Like, they're gonna always produce something.
They can make people that can contribute to becoming looking like those people. Because I'm not mistaken, I think I read somewhere, it could have been white man information that the
people are created, bro. That's the only thing they got right. People are created, bro. It's just what it is. You can't, there's no evolution to that shit. Nigga, people are just
no
created.
evolution, I agree. Motherfuckers.
And then from there, though, there's there is evolution. Don't get me twisted. There is aspects of evolution. But when we're talking about human beings, bro, I don't think you can really get around the fact people are just created, bro. This shit is weird.
Let me ask you a question, bro. Melchizedek. What is the connection with you? I heard you say you were the high priest, Melchizedek.
Yeah.
Of the Melchizedek.
Melchizedek, the high priest. Yep. Of the Canaanites. Yep.
So who is that?
Yeah, I was, and at this time, man, when we first created this, and I was trying to give these dudes an out. I'm like, man, you know what? To be the easiest way, this is what I told them right from the beginning. I said the easiest way, bro. Man, what's up with this shit?
What is it, bro?
You see the dragon?
Nah. I'm stuck. That shit on there. My fault.
That nigga stopped that whole conversation. What is this shit?
I be tripping. I don't know. Sometimes I have to trick him. I don't like it. Though.
Hey, yo, right quick, bro. Who in the league do logos?
It's just operate different. You said what?
I do
Who in the league do logos?
I do logos.
I need a logo, bro.
A Numa logo?
Let me take it at the house.
You can do the Numa logo and a land single production.
It's $20.
Got you.
And then if you want to use them, another 10. And if you want to own them, 50 a piece.
God damn, I thought I was paying you for the work.
Hey, man. I'm just letting you know it's 2021. Shit.
Let me see a sketch or something. I got you.
All right, bet. That's all I need to know. Let me get on it right now. Put a whole bunch of white people. Now I'm gonna put some black people with white slaves.
Bro, I think y'all misinterpret what I'm trying to peg in my study. I'm trying to prove that we just got conquered in recent history. That's what I'm trying to prove. In recent history, we just lost.
Yeah, I feel.
And the children of those people were able to be taught something totally different.
We enslaved the world. White people came, fought us, whooped us, and freed people from our oppression. I know. I get what you're saying.
What, I'll say that again?
We had the world enslaved, and then white people came over here, beat our ass, and freed the world.
So, no, bro. You're playing. I'm trying to really... All right, man, you know what? I might be a little bit too advanced for you niggas right now.
You just said it.
That's what it is. You're too
Like, that is crazy. You just said that, though.
That's what he said.
I know. I've
You
been
don't
hearing
like how it sound when a motherfucker say that shit for real.
No, I didn't say that at all.
Were we the slave masters? Were we the slave? Were we the enslavers?
When was your first slave?
Wow, you don't deal with timelines, bro. Were we the enslavers, bro?
No, you deal with timeline.
When
was your first child of slave?
Were we the enslavers? Yes or no, bro?
Oh, bro. Enslavers like the movie fucking Roots didn't fucking happen for us.
I didn't say Roots, bro. Why are you talking about Roots, bro?
So when you say enslaver, that's the only thing that we got to refer to, bro.
Nigga, you said black people in the South own 49% of the slaves. Did you not say that?
Did you just say Roots didn't happen?
Yes, I did. Nigga, you believe that shit?
Oh,
man, you
now, didn't you say black people own 49% of the slaves in the South?
Blacks own 40, yeah.
Don't that make us enslaved?
And then I also said that the mulattoes that owned slaves was accounted for white.
I'm asking you, doesn't that make us enslavers?
Well, yes.
Okay.
Yes.
So black people wouldn't.
Hold on. Let me qualify my answer.
I don't need to codify. I need to get to my point that I was just questioning you.
Hold on. It's important that you understand.
No, it's not. You think it is.
Yes, because if you say enslavers, the people who are listening only have an idea that was put in their minds of what slavery was.
So I'm not finna sit up here and give a lesson. I want to have this conversation. Okay, so black people were the enslavers. And then white people.
Black people provided jobs.
However you want to say. And then white people took some type of power in the North, beat us, freed all the white people that we had enslaved, and made laws to protect them, right?
No, they beat. Listen, they
that
beat.
Nigga don't want to say it, bro.
Listen,
you
nigga,
already explained this. Then you gonna get loud again
because they use our lower class. Listen,
I don't care what they use, bro. Why do you keep trying to talk about other shit? You're deflecting. You're deflecting. You're deflecting. White people came and fought us and freed the slaves, bro. And then made laws protecting them. That's what you've been explaining all day.
Made laws so that they can come and work in their factory.
That protect them from being enslaved. That protected them from being enslaved, right? See what I'm saying?
Yes.
Okay, then.
I protected them from having to go to indentured.
I don't give a. Okay, so when I sat here and said in the first place, black people were enslavers and white people came over here, fought us, and saved the world from us enslaving them. Where's the pushback? When we go back and talk for a detail to detail, and you agree with me on every
You know what,
step.
bro? I'm gonna find out what that shit is called. I can't remember what that's called that you're doing, but I will, and I will. But every time you do that dumb shit that you're doing, I'm gonna bring it up.
All right, bet. Until then, white people fought us and saved the world from all oppression.
No, the white people use the lower class black people to rule over, to beat the upper class black people.
I don't give a fuck. But the white people, the ones who beat us. The black people, the lower class black people weren't giving a fuck. They were enslaved or living in poverty. Or living in poverty.
Yes.
Okay.
Living in.
But they wasn't fighting. Okay, so white people are the heroes. They came through, civilized us, taught us how to be a great army, and then
No, we were already military.
When I found out,
bro, you got to remember. I told you they used the children. They use the minorities, bro. They only can enslave minorities.
I don't give a fuck. White people saved white people from us enslaving them.
But anybody got MLB?
The show?
No, the game.
MLB the
Oh,
show?
look, yesterday. Yeah, the show.
They got my boy Tati's on there. Yeah, oh shit. Yeah, that is the name of
He
the
said,
show.
no, the game.
I thought you were saying like the TV show.
Yeah, I got one of them.
Yeah.
In 2020 or 19.
Yeah, I got my boy Tati's on the cover. I'm thinking about grabbing. Is that shit hella hard? I didn't play that shit probably since MLB 99.
I just got fucking golf. It was on sale and shit.
I'm trying to play, man. Davis just came back and whooped her.
I got my fucking 2K21. I got what's that? Madden 20. I might got Madden 20.
Yeah. I'm trying to do me a little baseball team with all the dudes I like. I got one name the nigga. And the nigga Mookie Betts. Well, I ain't never nigga. That's a fucking lie. Yeah. I got a couple of them.
When I was a kid, baseball was real popular, bro. But about, say, the 90s, early 90s, that shit stopped being popular in the hood. I mean, it was hood. It was streets battling streets, bro. Hood battling hoods in baseball meeting at the park. Everything.
I already know, because y'all had like Jackie Robinson. You know what I mean?
We had no fucking Jackie Robinson.
He punished your ass into the pen.
That's what I'm saying.
I'm probably too old enough to probably be your daddy, nigga. I'm 47.
That don't mean shit.
But see, I was gonna say as an insult, like truth to that though.
You echoing, Taz? I can't hear you. What'd you say, bro?
I said it's really not nothing to trip on though, because it is a level of truth to that though. They were traveling and exhibitioning as the Negro Leagues was closing and the better black players was going to the major leagues. People like Satchel Paige, he was actually traveling around the Midwest. He went to my hometown, Lima, Ohio, so I'm almost positive he would have been in Detroit too. You know what I'm saying? A lot of them players, once they got too old and shit, they wasn't making no real money then. So they had to go and put on exhibitions and whatnot.
He was being facetious, bro. He was trying to peg me with their time. I felt like that's what he was doing.
Yeah, they were, but I mean, yeah, I mean, it was a shot, but I mean, I'm just strapping you with some info, so next time a nigga try you like that, you're ready like I would have been.
Right. Got you.
That's one of the better errors.
So, Taz.
And what time period
the
was
Negro
that?
League?
60s, 50s and 60s. What about the Negro League? What about it?
So you support black people playing sports instead of, well, nah. because you ain't even like that. He said, as soon as you throw liberation in there, I started asking what the fuck you talking about.
Yeah.
He said this shit.
So you think black people should be more towards building a military for themselves instead of participating in sports?
Yeah,
No.
fuck them sports.
They are the strong men of the world. They are strong men, and they out here. And they got a ball instead of a sword.
Now here flopping foul, faking fouls and shit, and they the superior warrior class people. These motherfuckers.
You guys, giant niggas out there.
We could have stayed in baseball, though. We could have dominated baseball. We still
I don't know. I see that though, man. Like, I don't see like LeBron James and them. Like, I don't see them dying on the battlefield for black causes. Like, I don't think that's
we're not raising our strong men up in that way.
I don't think it has to be that way anymore, though. I think people live with a 60s mentality in 2021.
Nah, bro. That's the problem. We're conforming like Greeks. We're becoming Hellenized more. At least we were Christians that had some type of belief system and, you know, some type of conscience about what the fuck we did in the world, bro. But now we're becoming Hellen. We don't give a fuck about nothing no more, bro.
Right. Well, I mean, all that time taking L, remember? Niggas started taking
Nah, bro. Nah. I think that we should be thinking more of from a national sense, and we should at least raise our children in that set, bro.
Right.
Taking some pride in their nationality, and we just agree on a nationality.
Man, bro. You take L just to be thankful. Bro.
So you just accept Hellenism? Integration? So you just accept that you don't have a land or no national flag or no sense of pride in your
land. Okay, so I live in America. This is my land. The flag of the United States could be my flag if I decided if I wanted it to be, but I'm not really a fan of the flag. Not really a flag fan, but I don't know why anybody would care about any flag. Like you're not planting your flag and claiming the land in 2021, bro. Like some of that shit is they don't have the same amount of significance. Say what?
Can I ask your age?
44.
Can't use that one. Okay.
Killed his ass. Thought you was dealing with one of them little deep voice young bucks.
Yeah, I just can't understand how it's like you don't develop a sense of nationalism. Where I grew up at, like you said, it's black here. Always been that way. We got white people coming in and shit since 2000 shit went down. But other than that, man, this is black community.
No, there is no other than that. Once you were reminded of who's in control there is no other than that. That's what I'm saying. Like, I don't like...
But we only submit to them being in control, bro.
Right.
We're the war. We're the military. We're the financiers. We're the.
No, we are not the military. I've never been. And people that go to the military don't go for nationalism all the time, bro. Everybody that go ain't going for nationalism.
No, we not talking, bro. You missing my point about we contribute. If the nigga said fuck the United States, we're not contributing to participating in another battle.
They'll be saying fuck themselves. Some of them would, because some of them go to the military because that's their way out. That, you know what I'm saying? We've heard that argument.
Bro, you missing a point on purpose.
Right,
bro.
I am.
Bro, black people are 14% of this nation, bro. We cannot be shit represented in the military, bro. If we said fucking okay, fine. That's what? 60, 40, 30% of the 14%. That's, bro, that shit don't add up.
Hi, Bixby. Oh, yeah, man. I think that when I was in the military, it was only Hispanic. It was mostly Hispanic and Negroes, bro.
Nigga, you a nigga. When you go to jail, they putting you with the niggas. When you go to college, they putting you with the niggas. When you go to the military, they putting you with the niggas, bro.
Nah, that just let me know the demographics, bro. Like it was mostly black people. Ain't no rich people wanting to go to the fucking military, bro.
How
and
come?
Be no fucking
when fucking the Prince of fucking England's son went?
The nigga went to be an officer.
He went to the military, right? Then you say rich people don't go to the military.
You're told in America if you want to be something later to go to the military. If you're
gonna be a political person, bro, you better go through the military.
That's not true. Trump didn't go to the military.
Right.
He had come from a dynasty, bro.
Neither did Barack. We had back-to-back presidents who didn't serve. As a matter of fact, neither did George Bush. Motherfuckers wasn't serving like that, bro.
All right, I agree, brother. Okay, so my point that I was making was Prince Harry is going to be somebody big one day. He set himself up by going through the military officer to be an officer. He's not only going to be accredited in royalty, he's accredited in military and also in his nationality, his patriotism to his country. So if he ends up being in a political arena, that's going to look well. I'm just asking, am I wrong?
He picked the wrong woman. He fucked around and get outcasted by his family, nigga.
He had to have that woman so they can make a baby to continue that line, bro. You need them niggas. Okay.
They was getting weak. They need to get some melanin in their bloodline.
The sun gonna kill him anyway. Won't be long.
That baby go get him about another 100 years, 200 years, bro.
Right, and the queen will still be alive because she's reptilian.
She gonna keep drinking that young blood, nigga. Living. Hey, did you do any studies on them girls that was coming up missing at the mansion, at the palace?
Now, did you see the naked dude jump out the window of the palace?
Hell no.
You ain't see that? Yeah, they was doing a news interview outside the palace, and motherfucker threw some tied up sheets out the window and climbed down. Naked.
You can't make that shit up right there, bro.
No.
You lying, nigga. Shut up, bro.
I said, what the fuck? Look it up.
That shit live footage, bro. You can look that shit up.
It's live, bro.
Really?
Yeah, naked white dude climbed out the window, bro. Escape.
Trying to escape. I know they fucked his ass up. I know he ain't. I know he ain't escaped, bro. He ain't like that shit was sloppy as hell, bro.
Yeah, bro. He had a better chance going to the roof. Flagging some people down.
Hell yeah.
Release.
Yeah, the fucking teenage girls coming up missing on fucking.
It's a lot of folks on the internet, but I think one of them right there. That really happened.
I remember Fan Man flew in the building and got fucked up.
You said who?
Fan Man.
Sound like Sandman.
That nigga used to fly into the box. That be like live boxing matches and shit going on. Yeah. I think he flew in on Riddick Bowe and then, but no, it was
But when he flew in on the Super Bowl,
yeah,
got fucked up.
Fucked his landing up, bro. They just started whooping his ass.
That's fucked up. That's fucked up.
The nigga crash landed into the crowd, so they just started whooping his ass.
Going through his pocket.
He checked on the nigga. Shit, I remember that fucking that Galata, that Riddick Bowe Galata fight. That shit was so funny. That nigga George Foreman, somebody was gonna try to throw a beer, so that nigga, I wasn't George Foreman. It was George Foreman. That nigga just stood up. Nigga, the announcers were straight the rest of the night. Nigga, It's a full riot going on around the announcers. These niggas was just talking to it. I forgot where that dude was from. Colada. He was something. But it was like a bunch of them people. Whatever he was from, they was all in the Iran, and he was a bunch of niggas. And then niggas just kept like low blowing, really low for no reason. And he was beating the shit out of Riddick Bowe. I don't even know why Riddick Bowe couldn't handle him for real. So he really didn't even have to do what he did, but it's Riddick Bowe wasn't looking good.
That's some dumbass shit, though, man. To put on a parachute and try to land in the middle of a sporting event, though. That's some dumb shit.
Especially a boxing match, man. That shit costs. Man, you know how much a fight costs? The tickets in the front, bro, like 6, 7 racks. The seats in the front.
Try 10. That shit be $12,000.
Really?
Motherfuckers be in that bitch.
That Floyd fight was like over 100.
Bro, I thought
that shit,
bro.
100,000.
Remember, they seen him floating down. They caught the camera of him floating down, so they seen him coming from a long way away. They was salty, bro.
Hell no.
Yeah, they fucked him up. Nobody checked on that nigga. They just beat his ass. I think that was his second time doing it, though.
See, that one where he landed in the ring, though, man, got tied up in the ropes. That one is the one where he really been up. That was the one that he got off and really got his mission, you know what I'm saying, accomplished. The rest of them was kind of poor.
What was he doing that shit for?
Attention?
He said for what?
Attention? You ain't had no purpose behind that shit.
To what, though? None? Damn.
There was
that would have been fucked up, though, if it was like a political reason. This shit just got
No, that's the social justice warrior shit. That's these days. Back then, motherfucker ain't had no reason.
It's just straight to the fucking.
Just for the glory to say, I fucked that shit up, nigga. I fucked that event up, nigga.
That was me. I came in like, you know, that nigga, they tired of hearing that shit. Yeah, you bad shit. Goddamn.
Like, them niggas was pissed. Like, I stopped the world, nigga.
That's how them niggas be every time running on a football field, a baseball
Yeah, everybody want that iconic moment. You can't get it like that, though. Motherfucker who ran on that field got that autograph from Hank Aaron after he hit that home run, though. That's one of the moments where you wish that could have been you. But see, I think motherfuckers got fans now, though. It's just niggas just too close to the fans. All this Instagram, all this type shit. Motherfuckers got the shit, bro.
You say niggas too accessible?
For real, bro. They like motherfuckers already athletes and shit, bro. That shit just got worse. That shit just got 10 times worse now. Niggas think they know these niggas now, bro. Motherfucker tell you a nigga the wife name, they motherfucking kids, nigga. What city they live in, what their house look like, nigga. They act like they know these niggas now.
In a way, it kind of protects them in a sense because it kind of takes demystify them. You know what I'm saying? Like they're not as red.
No, it don't, because it's a lie. Because they don't know them. They still, you know, they don't know them. They just like, but these texts is getting to them somehow. But at the moment of seeing that they can actually run into these people, bro, they're gonna fan out. I'm the one who sent you my daughter's wedding photos. You remember me? You liked it. They know it's a lie. That shit just calm them down and stop them from flying across the country and posting outside a nigga house. The fact that they can hit them on Instagram and shit. They still gone.
Right. Well, that's what I said. It kind of helps them a little bit to be accessible.
Yeah.
I mean, in a sense, but like I said, the bad part, drawing more motherfuckers to that mindset, though, that it's cool to follow them celebrities up close like that, though. Like you can just be right there in the house with them, like you and Dwayne Wade, his gay son, and Gabrielle Union. Like all y'all just chilling together.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't follow them. I follow shit like Mike Larry and Jessa Larry. With her sexy ass.
Jess Hilarious look like a little boy.
No, she don't.
Yes, she do. Jess Hilarious look like a little handsome boy.
That's fucked up, bro.
She just got a difficult face. It's just something about it, bro. It just get difficult at a certain point in time. Like, what is it?
I think that she got a masculine nose.
It's some shit like that cheese.
Bro, that's so fucked up. You would do that, bro. That man said, see how that nigga is. She look like a little
She got a daddy's number.
Yeah, I think that's just like, what's her name? From Detroit. Atlanta housewife chick.
Who knows that?
She was Miss America at one point.
Who knows that?
Or USA. Damn, what's her name? Kim? No. I forget her name. She's beautiful to me. But it's something about her. I can see what it is now. It's her nose.
Man, that's cool,
jawbone.
You know her name. Just go ahead and say it.
I don't know her name, bro. I can't think of her name. It's
Hey, is it still Land's Comedy Hour?
Yeah, you going in.
Hoping I
I
ain't
ain't going in. Nah, they put the fire out. They don't want me to play.
Nah, it's Comedy Hour, bro. I was rolling, nigga. I'm back. I want more jokes, nigga.
I hear you, bro. What'd you say?
That shit was funny, man. Hearing this nigga talk about history.
I know it's difficult, man.
Let's keep it going, bro. Let's keep it going.
Later, bro.
No, you think it's difficult, nigga. Everybody else think that shit is comedy, nigga. Your ass is delusional. This nigga, that nigga Taz said, like, you are crazy, nigga.
Yeah, you are out of your mind.
Shit.
But the problem is I gave my sources, bro. I gave you my
sources. This shit is funny as a motherfucker, nigga. Hey, wait, how many black people own slaves?
I don't know a definitive number, but it's a number.
This nigga said it's a number. That is a Lance response, bro. This nigga said it's a number.
I mean, what I mean by saying that is that it's a significant number.
You don't even know what the number is. How can you say it's significant? But you don't remember the number. Y'all niggas reading comprehension is terrible, nigga. This nigga said, yeah, I read it, but I wasn't paying no attention to what I read, nigga. It was just
Oh, that shit was like a good 7 months ago, bro. I brought that book out to y'all a good 7 months ago.
This nigga said I read something 7 months ago and I forgot it. Nigga, you ain't that old. Stop playing.
I mean, the problem is that I revealed the information.
Nigga,
So
you didn't even reveal it to
you
yourself. You don't know.
You seen it too.
You didn't even reveal it to yourself, nigga. This shit is funny. This nigga said I revealed the information. I revealed it to you, but I don't remember, nigga. You should have remembered when I revealed it. Oh shit, nigga. It's about to be a good time, bro. It's about to be a good time.
Show me a good time. Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Hey, Domo, word on the streets is you came out here and showed your PowerPoint.
No,
bro.
Stop it. And that's why I know your sources is trash.
Hey, my bad. I forgot to tell you, psych, bro. You jumped off pretty fast, and I forgot to tell you. You just hung up on me. Yeah, nah,
Oh, okay.
But see, this is the evidence of the problem. Niggas just hear some shit real quick and run with it like it's true. That is the problem of the evidence.
I didn't mention, hey, yo, you didn't hear me say Domo on this bitch showing this shit. No, I asked you. I said word on the street.
I hear you, bro. I hear you. But nah, I ain't show no. I didn't show no presentation, bro. We just had a conversation. That's all. Yeah, we just had a conversation.
Is it appropriate? What's the name of the debate, Domo?
Is it appropriate to use the terms black or white to refer to ancient people? Yeah. And you don't think black people are descendants of Africans, right?
So is it
let me ask you this. Regardless of whether or not you believe it, right? Whether or not you believe it personally, or in terms of the debate, if the conversation is about Africans and their relationship to black people, would you argue that black people aren't Africans?
The issue is that there are many people in Africa, brother. Many people in Africa.
How is that an issue? It's obvious.
Because you using Africa as I'm talking
about the continent.
Cover all black people in Africa.
I'm talking about the continent of Africa. Did the people?
Exactly.
Did the people?
About the continent of Africa.
Right. So it don't matter. I don't need to be talking about all of them. I'm asking: is there any ancestry for people for the people that's considered black in America? If any of their ancestors come from the continent of Africa, indigenously.
At some point.
No. Not at some point. I'm saying in terms of indigenous African people, at some point were enslaved and became the people that we know as black today.
No, I think you're gonna have to wait on that debate. If you bring that to the table, I would love for you to.
Well, no. The reason I'm telling you that right now is that when we talk about black people and their ancestors, I'll be making an argument that their ancestors were ancient African or ethnic groups that are indigenous to the African continent.
Is there a difference in between Aboriginal and Indigenous?
No, bro, it's not a difference. No.
Not a difference.
No. Yeah.
Is there a difference
both terms refer to people who are original to a particular geographic location.
What about native?
Native, colloquially, it's used similar to indigenous. So I'll give you native.
Okay.
So yeah, so native, indigenous, and aboriginal are all terms that occupy that mean the same thing.
I would only argue that the people who makes up Black Americans today, or even I would even reach to the Caribbean and South America and wherever you call blacks, that this idea of blackness that we have today, I would say that they're only native to Africa.
But
Meaning they have been there for hundreds of years, but wasn't indigenous. If we can use those terms separately.
So okay, so if we were to talk about, for example, ancient ethnic groups in Africa, you would say that those ancient people aren't the people that were enslaved. Like not the ancient people, but
so
the ancestors.
Are you talking about Ethiopians? What are you talking about?
We're talking about the transatlantic slave trade. So we're talking about the slave trade that fed into what we know as today as chattel slavery. So in terms of how people were I think he won it back now. Let me see. Hold on. He ain't taking it. But I'm talking about the because you do know that it was different. There were different groups of people that were taken, so it wasn't all just like we just taking only these people, right? Like there was a multitude of ethnic groups that ended up being a part of the transatlantic slave trade.
Okay, can I ask you a question while you're in the midst of that, just so I can get an understanding of where you were in your mind? When the people were being taken, what was their culture? Did they live in huts? Did they live in brick homes?
Well, that was the thing. That's the point, right? So when I say that there was a multitude of people that was taken, you had people that did live in cultures where they were tribal and stationary. You had people that were taken from cultures that were nomadic, right? You had people that were taken from cultures that were warrior cultures. You know what I'm saying? Matriarchal cultures. You feel me? So there were different people it wasn't just one group, right? Because the idea was even when they were brought to the shores of America or to any ports where they were at, they were immediately, anybody who spoke a similar language was immediately put with somebody that didn't speak that same language. So ultimately, we know that there were different ethnic groups, right? And even when people were able to, when different enslaved Africans would see and notice that, okay, this person speaks a similar language, they speak a similar dialect. That's how they would be able to create a language amongst each other. Because even though they didn't come from the same dialect, it was similar enough to where they could understand that, okay, we come from a similar region.
Yeah, all of this is non sequitur, bro. And the whole thing is, I'm gonna debate you on: is it appropriate to use the term black and white when we're?
The reason why it's not, and I'll explain it here, just like
hold on, let me say something. And that's what I'm gonna stick to. I'm gonna stick to that debate. All that.
Okay, so stick to that.
That's right. But what we
no, that's cool.
Hold on. If we having a discussion, I would have to just I would actually have to just not agree with the whole idea that you got about slavery at all. Okay,
that's fine. That's fine. If you're just saying that you don't agree, that's cool.
I can prove that this is real, bro.
Okay, all right, that's fine. Now, the issue with that, right, is that ultimately it has everything to do with the debate, and primarily because it's how do we get the title black? How do people go from being being a part of a different, like I said, a multitude of ethnic groups to just being known as black? And the process of this transatlantic slave trade and chattel slavery is how you get through that process. So ultimately, ignoring the question of how people who were known as African or were known to come from the continent of Africa, how those people came to be known as black, is crucial to understanding whether or not it's appropriate to call ancient people that.
So
now, you can think it's not secular.
Let me ask you. Just pause for a second. Let me ask you this, according to what you just said. Do you think that the referring to people as black skin or black started during the transatlantic slave trade?
No, it started before that.
So why did you make that statement?
But when you talk about the people who are known as black, now we can say ultimately, for example, that European. Hold on, let me finish. Because I don't have to say, well, I don't know my studies. I can explain what I'm saying is that ultimately outsiders is who popularized generalizing the terms to speak to people who they felt were darker than they were. So it don't matter that it started before slavery, right? Because what it transitioned into was first homogenizing heterogeneous cultures, right? That means places where there are many different groups of people. Europeans and other outsiders gave them labels to make them one thing, to deny them, again, their heterogeneity. And then what that turned into, right, denying them that heterogeneity is what allowed for the transatlantic slave trade to turn the African into the black. That means that completely denying a personhood. So the foundation of a people going from having their own ethnic culture to being just considered black starts with conflating a multitude of ethnic groups into just one label to categorize them for the understanding of outsiders. And then that culminated into a group of people being literally systematically stripped from their culture, like what they did in the transatlantic slave trade, and then labeling, and then those people labeling themselves as or being labeled as black, and then adopting that as a moniker for them to understand themselves.
See, now when you say that, my understanding is different. My understanding is that in order to evade religious persecution, they stripped themselves of their culture and took on different names so that they do not be assumed to be Jews.
Oh, bro, you disguise this. You act like you just another Hebrew, bro. Like you act like you different from the niggas, but you not. The only thing you do is you just wrap it around like the white truth, shit. Bro. But you just like the rest of these Hebrews that be on that the black. Like, no, nigga, and that's I gotta stop, and that's what it is. I gotta stop. Niggas gotta stop getting caught up on the whole perspective on race. It's just like you just
think
another
that
Hebrew,
blackness started with, and you disqualified. You said no, but then you went back to explain that it did start with the transatlantic slave trade. That's where it emerged from.
No, right? It didn't.
Yeah, you did. You said that. Now,
bro, listen. You just going back and saying, no, you said that.
Black man,
no, you said that. No, that shit don't make that true. That shit don't make it true. Just because you can stop and say, no, you did say that. I corrected you. I corrected you. At this point, I corrected you. You know what I'm saying? And now you trying to play that game. Well, no. You said that. You can try to run with some shit that you don't understand, and that's fine. This is just a stream, bro. This is just a stream. So this really don't make it like, yeah, it's recorded, whatever. But what I'm gonna do in the debate is I'm gonna just expose like your lack of understanding in the field of race, like when we talk about this question of race. Because like you up there talking about religious persecution and all of this other shit, bro. When we start talking about endonyms and exonyms,
you
bro, you're not prepared.
Black and white has to do with race.
You sound so stupid.
That's you have given me the debate, brother. I appreciate it.
Bro, you sound so stupid.
You have solidified this debate, Domo. Thank you for me. You have given it to me, bro.
Oh, bro. Y'all see how he got to turn it into, well, I'm just going to talk shit. I'm just going to say, I'm just going to beat you. Brother. I'm just going to beat you.
I'm going to show you your, what do you call it? Your endo and your, what is it called?
It's fine, bro. You'll hear it in the debate. Right? Don't worry about it. You'll hear it in the debate.
The endo and the exo, or the endo and the endoim and all that shit, nigga, is going to be with your ass.
Like,
because you're only going to study one side of it, and you are not going to understand
where you find people that
there are
embrace
people who call themselves black, bro.
It's niggas that make up words like
they call themselves black and are proud to be about being black.
Who's they? Name one.
That ass is mine, boy.
Name one. Name one group of people that call themselves black.
That ass is mine.
Name one group of people that call themselves black.
Thanks, brother.
Look at you. Like I'm telling you, and that's what these niggas do. They do all of that talking until they actually got to prove what it is that they say.
Bro, you don't understand a lot of things, so Mo. Because you don't know other languages.
Well, you said this last time.
Maybe you don't know other languages. Maybe that's
other languages translated to what? Maybe you don't know other languages. Boy, you stupid. And this is fine though, bro. Cause really at first I was like, you know what, I'm gonna cook this nigga and then I'm gonna just, I was like, yo, why would I give all that energy? Why would I give all that energy to Lance? Why would I give all that energy to Lance? Lance don't deserve all that, man. He's just somebody who's happy to be where he is. He's just happy to be in the conversation with Damo. So let him talk reckless. He happy to be here.
I'm happy to be in the ring
he getting some spotlight,
bro. I am so happy, bro. You deserve this ass whooping, Domo.
Yeah, bro.
Really do, bro.
That's what I'm saying. Bro, talk all the shit you need. Enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment.
I'm gonna enjoy this, bro.
Be glad that you were part of the conversation. Be glad that niggas is actually looking towards a Lance debate.
Crazy Domo. Nigga, you let Lance beat Domo. That shit gonna echo, nigga. You gonna wake up to that shit. Hey, baby, what's the matter? Shit, baby, man, I just need some water.
There you go, making up more stories, bro. You obsessed. You can't help it. I live in your imagination. Your best short stories come when you're trying to figure out what's going on with Damo. I live in your head, bro.
Bro, I'm not thinking about nothing but you, bro. Up until this debate, nigga, I'm gonna watch your ass, bro.
I live in your head.
Done.
I live in your head.
You done, brother.
That's the only. That's the only way you gonna make it a fight.
Dobo, I'm gonna tell you what my character is. I'm gonna put a tie on. I'm gonna put a bow tie on and dress in a fucking blazer, and I'm gonna stand up the whole debate at a podium.
That's usually how you dress a day about it. Okay. That's usually how you dress a day about it.
And I'm gonna read that eulogy, brother.
Yeah.
I'm gonna read that eulogy slow. I'm gonna bring tears to the people's eyes.
What did he say? He was like, "No, we are new people. We are new people." Bro. Oh shit! It's like this nigga just heads it to you, bro. Like he just heads it to you. Just make it easy. Ulysses S. Grant was a mulatto. Bro, it's like, and then when the nigga was talking about the other history books, this nigga thought he was like, yeah, that's what we've been reading. Oh, nigga. No, niggas is talking about you. Niggas is talking about you. They talking about you, bro. It's delusion.
It's okay, you don't know that yet, but I'm compiling my information. It'll be all presented.
That's your information.
Oh shit! Like, how many times
for the presentation?
When you go in my studies,
show me somebody else that's saying what I said, bro.
You know what I mean? What I've understood so far from my studies, now I got to go back to my studies. But what I know so far from like your studies gonna be trash, nigga. None of that shit resonate. None of that shit stick.
I give you 3 months before you start talking about what I'm saying.
I read that shit 3 weeks ago. Y'all forgot? Nigga, I forgot too. Nigga, I can't even tell you again. I forgot too.
We all forgot.
Right. Yeah, bro, the JPEGs is hard to remember, nigga. The random ass screenshots be hard to remember.
They be clips that's taken that I'm taking. Those are my own personal shit. Bro.
You gotta go through your whole screenshot catalog to remember what this nigga talking about. Which screenshot did I show niggas? What random picture did I show? Drawing? What drawing did I show these niggas?
My shit is never random, bro. I don't come upon shit that I'm trying to display. I look for it. I have a hunch, and then I research in that direction.
Whatever you want to call it, my nigga. Whatever you want to call it. Because that's the one thing I learned. The one thing I learned from Lex is that I can't, just because this nigga, like, he happy to be here, so I can't let his excitement, you know what I'm saying, cloud the way that I prepare, bro. I can't let a nigga just be, the fact that a nigga just happy to be around a nigga, I mean, yeah, that could be aggravating when you dealing with, you know what I'm saying, niggas
bro,
is that
this
really
is a virtual
really
fucking
do this
world,
shit.
Bro. This shit don't affect my real life.
Aggravating. But at the same time, it's like, you know, let him have that excitement. You feel me? Just because it's me that the nigga excited about being against, I shouldn't hold that.
You are absolutely right. I would not be excited to be about, especially with this topic, with nobody other than with you, bro. This is your shit. This your baby. You've been basically debating this all season. It's your conversation.
Bro, you don't understand what I've been debating. That's why I said that's the only thing that be aggravating about like when y'all niggas be trying to speak on me. It's just like you don't comprehend, bro.
Your terminology, your vocabulary, all of that shit come from the same shit.
Yeah, all right.
Well, you around a lot of crackers, bro.
This nigga's a fucking Derek Bell fucking baby.
Nigga said a Derek Bell baby. Yeah, you slow for real.
Yeah, nigga, motherfucking
Derek Bell baby. Derek Bell is
Kimberly. What's her name?
Kimberly Crenshaw.
Yeah, Kimberly Crenshaw.
You don't even know her name. You don't even know her name. You niggas is pathetic, bro.
Oh, that's your same conversation.
It's hero worship. It's hero worship. That's you just know names,
nigga,
bro.
I had to go back and research, bro.
But I ain't spoke on nothing that Kimberly Crenshaw speak on.
Suggested that I did, bro. You said to do it. I went back and looked at some of your debates.
Yeah, so name one concept from Kimberly Crenshaw that I've spoken on since we've been in this league.
Packed out there, bro.
Fucking critical race theory. That's all your fucking conversation is about.
Whoa. Kimberly Crenshaw, critical race theory? Are you sure this was?
That was an ill, man.
Name one because that's not what she's standing on. Kimberly Crenshaw is not a critical race theorist. No, she's not.
Yeah, she is.
Exactly. That just okay. So what's one concept that, like, matter of fact, I'll make it even easier for you. What's the main concept that she's on for?
The fact that if you can ask me a question and I answer it correctly,
you didn't answer it correctly. You didn't answer it correctly. That just goes to show how stupid you is. You don't know that you stupid. No, you don't. Bro, there's not been one concept by Kimberly Crenshaw that I've discussed in this debate. You don't even know who she is, bro. You just know her name, nigga.
All the whole time. That's all you fucking talk
about.
Bro,
you don't know who she is, man. That's why you just keep repeating yourself. You just keep repeating yourself. You just saying words,
I'm so prepared for you, brother.
Yeah, just keep changing yourself. Just keep jumping from thing to thing because you don't know what you're talking about, bro. keep going from phrase to phrase. Keep just saying random shit because you don't know what you're talking about. This nigga brings up Kimberly Crenshaw knowing goddamn well he ain't got no idea what the fuck Kimberly Crenshaw talking about. Nigga didn't even know her name. Was just up there, Kimberly, like. Matter of fact, even the critical. This is how I know you don't listen because I've actually named critical race theorists that I actually quote, and you couldn't even quote their name.
Bro, when I told your ass, I realized your ass was supposed to be a studying fucking law and shit. I said, nigga, I remember this shit, bro. What the fuck is you talking about?
You don't remember it, bro. You don't remember nothing.
That shit old as hell, bro.
You don't remember nothing, bro.
Stop, bro.
That's why you just saying shit right now, nigga. You just saying, Damo, see, bro. Listen, Damo. When I get the man, you know what man? Yeah, bro. That's what you gotta do. That's what you gotta do. You ain't got no choice.
That ass is mine.
Because that's the only way.
Being raced again. Let's get it, nigga. Let's get it.
Y'all see the Las Vegas trip?
I'm not paying attention to that's COVID and crackers. That's all I see. COVID.
What's her name?
Hey,
say her name again.
Dude on the motherfucking ground. Show that nigga on the ground again. That nigga got that drawing.
Say her name, bro.
Damn, look at that shit. What the fuck?
Shit, look, when he first popped on, I was like, who the fuck? It look like daytime. I'm like, who the fuck?
Oh, my life, you saw that shit? That shit look like daytime, bro. Them shit was there.
Yeah, y'all don't even know. I'm throwing stabs at Domo. I'm naming all her books off and everything at this nigga, bro. That's what's going on. He not responding because he know what's up.
Like, look, bro, I asked you what concept did I introduce? You said don't quiz you.
I'm throwing the information up that only he'll know, and he not even telling y'all that I'm hit.
But you're not because you're not throwing nothing up, bro. Like, I guess you think you sharing your screen, but you're not. And just because you can Google some shit, nigga, I asked you what concept by Kimberly Crenshaw did I speak about in the debate already? You can't say it because you don't know what the fuck Kimberly Crenshaw talked about. You just know her name, nigga. That's it. Like that's why we went on talking about something else. You said don't quiz me, and that's what niggas say.
I gotta. So you really want me to have to like? I gotta.
Nah, bro, we moving on. I'm moving on. You said don't quiz you, so I'm moving on. You good, bro?
Hold on, bro. I'll open my laptop.
I really don't.
My camera, bro, so I can show this nigga what the fuck going on.
I really don't.
I'll open my laptop.
No, you see how he has to do the. He came on here and said that he know I've been saying this from Kimberly B. Crenshaw. Now he has to open his laptop so he can Google it. He needs to Google. So that's why there's no point in me talking about because he's looking for the information right now. That's why he don't know what the fuck. He's making shit up as he go. Let me go to my laptop. He making me go to my laptop and Google Kimberly Crenshaw so I can know what she talked about.
My camera on.
Nigga, fuck out of here. Nobody cares.
Look into my fucking folder and go into my fucking all of the topics that I'm gonna stab Domo with. And critical race theory, the ISIS papers, nigga, I'm gonna hit your ass with so much fucking shit. It's ridiculous because that's what the fuck you talk about.
Buzzwords. You don't know the concepts. You just know the buzzwords. Critical race theory. You haven't went through no definitions because you can't use none of the language.
Your big words.
Can't use none of the language. And the fact that you still calling it big words just again shows your stupidity, bro.
Catchphrases. And you're
this is pathetic,
bro.
This is pathetic.
You're fucking
Let me go to my computer and I'm gonna show you all the things that download. Like this shit is pathetic, man. Yeah, hey, that's why nobody paying no attention to you, bro.
And I'm gonna show that shit, nigga. And I got so many
nobody paying no attention to you. Nobody believes you. Yes, that's why it's called sources.
From these people quotes, bro.
Yes, it's called sources. No, they're sourced in my presentations, you idiot. Bro, that shows how stupid you are. You don't even know what a source is. You impress niggas with other people's speech, bro. You're an impersonator. You're a fucking plagiarizer, bro. And I'm going to prove that shit. I got 3 debates, nigga. You can't fucking reveal so much shit. Like it's your speech. You literally taking people whole fucking phrases. Taking people whole phrases and whole information, and you taking people whole phrases.
Nigga, that shit coming out, bro.
I'm gonna expose you. I'm exposing. I'm gonna watch. Y'all just wait. Join the club.
But that's after the debate.
Join the club. Yes, because after the debate, you're gonna have a lot of time on your hands. After the debate, you're gonna have a lot of time on your hands, sir.
Nope, I'm gonna be having to prepare for Suave.
You're gonna have a lot of time on your hands.
Yes, sir.
You're gonna have a lot of time on your hands, sir.
I promise you. You ain't even going back far enough, my nigga. In critical race theory, you have no idea. You have not went back far enough in history.
And you just say the same thing over and over. And
you understand that, bro?
And I'm gonna expose you.
Blackness came from the slave
trade. You think you're smart. You think you're smart, and you think you know things, and you think you're intelligent. You think you've read things, and you think people.
Bro.
And you think, and Damo thinks.
Yeah, man. You're twisted, man. You so indoctrinated, it's ridiculous.
And Damo thinks that he wants you, and Damo wants you to believe.
It's ridiculous how you are, bro.
I figured Damo out, and I know everything he's going to say, and I know that he's the typical educated nigga that moved away from his community, and I'm obsessed with Damo's real life, and I'm going to prove that he's not smart. He's not smart like you guys think he is. He's not smart. He's not a great debater. He sucks. He's a fraud.
You know when I realized
he's not real. He's not real, guys. And I don't know why you guys let him get around and bully and push people like me around and call my information stupid, call me names. Why do you guys let him get away with this? And I'm going to expose how you guys let him get away with this. You guys let him bully me and treat me terribly.
You are a fucking actor.
And I'm going to expose how he's not smart.
But you have evolved.
He doesn't know things.
Bro.
He doesn't know anything. His personality hasn't evolved. He hasn't become better.
He's boring now.
He hasn't become He hasn't become anything extra. He still just talks about Kimberly Crenshaw and critical race theory, and that's all he talks about. That's all he knows. That's all he knows, and all of that shit. And he epistomizes in words that I can't say, in words that make me uncomfortable because I don't have the language to be able to talk about what he talks about. Like that. Really so I'm gonna prove it. At this point, you're beginning to I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove that he's wrong. I'm gonna prove it. I'm gonna prove that he's wrong, guys. I'm gonna prove that he's wrong, guys. You're not even doing him well, bro. Just wait till the debate. I promise. You don't even know you admire Chris Harris so much, bro. You're acting like this nigga now. Wait till our debate. Just wait. You have taken this nigga's alternate character, bro. You guys are gonna. That's what I'm talking about. You guys are gonna see that he's not real. You guys are gonna see that he's not real. You guys are gonna see it. Just wait. All you have to do is wait. I'm telling you, you're going to see that he's not real. I'm telling you guys. You see, he steals things. He's a stealer. He worships Chris Harris. Now you're trying to change from the Chris Harris things and get back to he takes away from Chris. I'm telling you guys. I'm going to. Look, you see, he's revealing that he's Chris Harris. Look, he's showing it. He's showing that he wants to be somebody else. Come it out. It's showing it. Look at what he's doing, guys. Look at it. Look at Damo. Look at how he acts. Look at how he thinks he's smart. I'm going to expose it. I promise you I'm going to expose it. I don't think that you think you're smart. I promise you I'm going to expose it when we debate. I promise you guys. I don't think all you got to do, you will see. Damo is not the bully. All you have to do is stand up to the bully. Illusions of grandeur, bro. And Damo is the bully. And we're going to stand up to him. You're not a bully, Damo. You're not. You're weak. You have no energy. Bro, you called me a bully. Nah, that's when I feel like you were, but now I feel like the bully now. That's why I'm taking the low route and letting you take, because it's about entertainment. You can be on top. I don't gotta hit so hard. Now you're the bully. Now you're the bully. I don't want to be the bully. That's why I took the low route and let you be on. Go ahead, do you? Oh, bro, this I'm is just hilarious. Now he's the bully. But hold on, I really want you to realize. One minute, y'all. Now, y'all just I am a true scholar, and I have taken this debate very serious. Y'all just let him be a bully, and y'all let him. And now he's the bully. Oh, did you hear what I said? Y'all better be scared. Now Lance is the bully. Now Lance is the bully. Scholar, and I have taken. Oh, Jesus, I'm terrified. I don't know what to do with myself. I don't know how I'm gonna respond. He's a real scholar, guys. A true scholar. I'm taking this debate very I don't know what I'm gonna do, guys. He said he's taking the debate serious. Oh my gosh, what should I do? Should I just call Solo and tell him I don't have a shot? That's the should I call Solo and tell him I don't have a shot? Go back and redo your power. Should I just tell him that? You need to put on tell him that I don't have a chance. Should I just tell him that Lance is a real scholar and the gig is up? The gig is up. Should I pull a Chris Harris? Should I pull a Chris Harris and just be like, you know what? Nah, I'm gonna go out on top. I'm just gonna quit while I'm the #1 debater. Yeah, that'll work. Just go out on top. Just go ahead and say that these guys are worth my time. Yeah, man, I'm having fun with it, bro. Because at first I was appalled at the fact that this nigga even had the audacity to talk to me. Hey, Suave. But now that I know that it's a joke, now that I know this is the nigga now that I know that this is what I'm dealing with, oh, bro, and it ain't nothing with 4 people on here. Nigga, I'm acting stupid. I'm acting stupid. Let me ask you this, Suave. Why did free black remain in the South?
Because it was more jobs there. It was easy to get on the farm. Most jobs up north required you to have some type of skill. And so it was easy to stay in the South and just be a servant to somebody.
No, Suave. They were the actual kings in the South, and they actually ran all of the cities. They ran all of the states. And they had a whole empire in the South. And we just didn't know about it because they teach you about it in the books. In the books that they told you about. But they have full control, nigga. They still got control of the South. The white people just want you to think they control the South, but they don't, nigga. They still got control of the South, nigga.
Download a PDF called Pirates of the Caribbean and begin reading that, brother.
I'd rather not.
It's that nigga favorite Disney movie. It's that nigga.
Should.
This nigga said, if you want to know why black people stayed in the South, just watch Pirates of the Caribbean, bro. That's all you gotta do.
Nah, I didn't know that.
That's all you gotta do,
I just wanted to know what he thought about it.
That's all you gotta do.
Hey,
I just thought about it. Why did the blacks stay in the South?
That's all you gotta do. Just watch Pirates of the Caribbean. Johnny Depp, bro, he'll break it down for you.
I think I seen that on one of these things I was going
He'll break it down for you. Let me put this nigga down. I done put my son to sleep laughing at this nigga.
That's what it do, though. Yeah, you get off your ugly mug. Let me see this strip.
Yeah, check that shit out, man. I promise you it'll level you up 10. In the first, hey, bro, it'll level you up 10. And Domo, you should read it too, brother.
What's it called? You said it's called Pirates of the Caribbean?
Yeah.
It's a PDF?
The PDF file.
I read it, man. I read everything. That's how I know y'all niggas be full of shit. I'm not trying to be on.
Yeah, that's why I don't get my information from books. I get mine from YouTube lectures that you'll never watch. You'll be fucked up, nigga.
See.
Who does wrote that? God, I'm away from the fucking.
Bro, what's the name of it? Because like our only thing that's showing up is the Disney movies. Yeah.
Need an author or something.
Yeah, give me an author.
That's what I was just trying to. Hold on, let me get that.
Yeah, boy, he don't even know who wrote this shit.
Yeah.
It's by Edward Chrysler.
That's it. Not Edward.
Edward who?
Chrysler. Yeah. It's a PDF. I'm at the hotel, bro, so I don't got my computer with that information. But I'll just send it to you. But I know it's a PDF online.
Let's
see.
Chris.
Is that Penguin House?
Yeah, I don't see it, bro. You may have to send it to niggas when you get to the house. Yeah.
I'll get it off of Google. I think mine came from Google Books, Google eBooks, but
yeah.
Yeah, it's like an archive of old books. But this is not an old book though. But I'm saying that's where I'll be getting my shit from.
Have you read this article entitled "Were African American Slaveholders Benevolent or Exploitive? A Quantitative Approach"?
Yeah, I got that.
You should tell mine, man. So.
I do, bro. I got that.
I ain't gonna call you a liar. Who am I to call you a liar? Yeah. But if you got that,
I got the actual. I don't have that. That's a review that you looking at online, nigga. I got the actual. I'm part of academic.
It's not. I'm not looking at a review. I'm looking at the actual article. What you talking about?
Okay.
Yeah, come on, bro. Remember who you talking to. You know what I'm saying? Shit.
Yeah, you should look at that too. That's cool.
Yeah, what you mean? I
blow your mind.
No, it won't. It confirms everything.
Yeah, because with it can, bro. What they're telling you is that that most of the motherfuckers that had slaves were exploitive.
No, it's not.
Conclusion is going to be. Yeah, that's what the conclusion is going to. I read it, bro.
Well, hold on, bro. Hold on. Well, let's talk about it, right? Because it's what is arguing is that Carter G. Woodson, in his initial research, actually spoke to the question of them being benevolent. But when you look at it from a quantitative standpoint, what you will see is the amount of Black slaveholders that were exploitive were a vast minority, but they had more slaves. So they made the majority that minority of
they made that stand out more. I got you.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So it wasn't that more slaveholders were exploitive. It was just that those slaveholders
held more slaves. Those few that did held more. You're right.
Yeah.
He did say that. But he overall said that, you still can't look at the profit that
you can't romanticize it. You can't romanticize it and just say ultimately, like, it was all done like this. You know what I mean? Because when you look at the numbers, you see that it was, I mean, really what they arguing is that it's you see the same trends in Black slaveholders that you see in the same trends that you would see from white slaveholders, just on a smaller scale. Because most white slave owners only had the funds to be able to have one or two slaves. And when you look at the slaveholders, the Black slaveholders that were that owned slaves with benevolent intentions, were only able to have one or two at a time, mostly one. So because you had the majority of Black slaveholders only had 1 to 2 slaves total. Enslaved out.
Well, it depends on which time. But those, and speaking to what you're saying, those 4 or those 4% or whatever I should say, they held 10,000 slaves together. That's what it say, bro. According to the data, they held 10,000 slaves together. Now, hold on. I'm not gonna say it came from that. I just know I read.
Yeah, that's what I said. I can't necessarily say that in here. That's why I wasn't necessarily saying you was wrong. But I can't. I mean, because total, there may have been, like, if you look at the entire, like, the population of free Black people that had slaves. Yeah, I mean, it'd be hard to say that number. I don't have that information right here, so I can't really say you wrong in that instance. But in terms of the amount of people that
everything you just said, bro, qualified what I was saying earlier. Thank you.
To a degree, because, like, for example, even in here it says that in 1830, 86.3% of all African Americans were enslaved, and 99.4% of slaves in the United States were owned by whites. And that's from the historical.
You believe that number, bro? Hold on. That's bullshit, bro. Yeah, that's bullshit for sure. I can prove that as soon as I get home. That's bullshit. In 1830, 86% of African Americans were slaves.
Yep, 99.4% of slaves in the United States were owned by whites. Yes, sir.
Nah, see, they complain, bro, because the fact that they already admit that white people, 49%, or was it 50% of the? I showed you this. Me and you talked about it. I showed you where it said 52% of the white wealth was attributed to mulattoes in the South.
Yeah, but how you using that designation though? Like,
did I not bring that information? No. Did I not show you that? Did we read that together? I brought it out, right? You remember somewhere along that line at least?
Was this the conversation y'all was having earlier?
Nah, this one me and you had a long time ago when I first was saying, this was like months and months ago. When before I left, when I was saying that I was saying
but this is the thing, Lance. If you could show me something and say the data that show otherwise, then it's like, all right, then that's the conversation. You know what I'm saying? But, like, ultimately the information based on the research that I've done. I mean, there's some discrepancies. The thing is, because I've researched a lot of the shit that you talk about, like the shit with the more, because like you in battle, like that's why I say you be agreeing, like really. And I say this, I give you props here. You do a better job of talking about this shit outside of the Bible than these other niggas. Because you wasn't the first niggas to fight, for example, to talk about the niggas being expelled from Spain. Battle Axe and Akmalak talk about that shit all the time. The Inquisitors, like during the Inquisition, when they kicked out the Jews and all that shit. Battle Axe and them talking about that before you came to the league. But again, they was talking about it from the perspective of the Jews. Like what you do, which is how you was able to beat a sword. I guess you tied with a sword. But how you was able to beat Cube and how you was able to beat a sword or tie with a sword is that like the conversation that you're trying to have, you don't make the debate about that. You make the debate about the thing that you're trying to prove, and then you bring that larger conversation. Like, for example, your conversation with gravity revolves around like your idea of a pyramid Earth, correct?
Absolutely.
But you wasn't debating about pyramid Earth when you debated gravity, correct?
No, but that's how I found out about gravity, by debating pyramid Earth.
Exactly. Like your debate with Asar. When you said the descendants of Egyptians, you wasn't talking about anybody that exists today, right? You was talking about
talking about modern man. Because
exactly.
He's thinking the pyramids and those buildings and all those statues is attributed to us. But I contended that we lived and rebuilt the ruin.
Exactly.
And so biblically that it says that.
But your argument is that the Egyptians, though, the Egyptians that were around during the building of the pyramids aren't the people that we consider Egyptians today, correct?
Absolutely. Now, they're definitely not the people we consider Egyptians today. But under our history, as far as Cushite, Shemite people, yes, they're not them.
Right. See, but see, Asar didn't catch that. You feel me? Asar thought he was just, oh yeah, these people were Egyptians, and these are the people that are descendants of them. Boom. He didn't catch that.
But that's why I divided it and showed that these people were giants. Showed the sarcophagus, showed the finger. I went to show a fucking finger, bro. That was real.
I saw the debate.
Yeah, I was showing him that these are not the same people, bro. Look how big this shit is. We didn't do this. Yeah. Look how this is designed. He's standing on the shit. I said, look how big those bricks is, bro. Nigga, you proving my point.
Who got us going on? Who that going on?
Yeah, man. That was the whole debate. Are there any descendants of the ancient Egyptian pyramid builders today?
Suave, you play golf, nigga?
Yeah.
On PS4?
Oh yeah, that shit's dope.
Yeah.
Oh,
that's math, bro. He got that geometric and that wind, checking that wind.
And you know, 2K just got the PGA franchise.
That's what I got.
Yeah. That's
on sale. I just bought it the other day. It was on sale.
Yeah, he bugging.
Yeah, bro. All of this shit is all of the people of the ancient people, bro, that were being persecuted. It was a different paradigm, you know what I'm saying? We wasn't fleeing. It wasn't about blackness back then, but it was the same people being persecuted. Same people fleeing for a better life. Same people succumbing to laws of people who ruled over them. Same people today. We descend from those people, bro.
Yeah, you know, this debate ain't gonna be about who we. You know, I don't think we're not gonna argue on that.
We're not talking about our debate. We just kicking it. That's what I said. We're not talking about our debate, bro. We just kicking it. If you really want to talk about what I'm figuring out, this is what I'm saying. The information that is all coming together. The more information you read, bro, your brain put it together. You don't got to put nothing together because you're like, okay, if you're telling me that in 1780.
You can keep going, but I gotta get up real quick. I'm gonna go put my son down. I'll be right back.
Okay. If you're saying in 1780, these people were in America, and they were the ones that had the sugar crops and the I mean, the sugar cane and the Caribbeans and the cotton here, and they the ones that develop how to distribute it. And you know what I'm saying? In the book, in the Caribbean, Pirates of the Caribbean, it said if these motherfuckers didn't start capitalism, they was there at the very beginning of it.
Bro, look at that shit, bro. If it is real, bro, it's a wrap.
It's through.
It's over. It is real. God damn. Yo.
He got on his mans. I know that.
I ain't get back to Vegas in a minute either.
They need to clean that one.
Yeah, all the shit, man. Particularly in this book, bro. Blue, you should read that shit, man, so you can wake your ass up, man.
Yeah, stop it.
You gonna wake up, Blue? There you go.
I promise you, you will, bro. It'll connect Look, bro, it'll connect your Hebraism to this.
You want your Hebraism connected, bro?
It'll connect it, bro. Nigga, Hebrew Israelites, they jump us all the way from ancient Israel when we was all the way back from ancient, and then don't even connect us to nothing in between when we had royalty, and then bring us to slavery. So we've been in slavery ever since.
He said I want to talk about that shit.
Niggas don't want to wake up, man.
Niggas don't want to wake up, man.
No,
we believe, bro. We believe. That's all it is. We just give us a chance, bro. Give us like a year, bro. We'll admit we was all wrong and you was right. It's just take
I ain't never even mentioned shit about the fucking black Europeans. Niggas talk about the shit. Nigga, you ain't the first nigga. I know I wasn't, but I was getting beat about the shit. You niggas drug me about that shit, bro.
Bro. Why do you keep saying
that?
Man,
bro.
what was we dragging you about when we first came around here, bro? Can you be honest, bro? When you was telling your
black Europeans, bro.
Bro, we weren't dragging you about the giants swinging the trees, bro.
Nah, that shit was second.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, because look, after my interview, bro, it wasn't about the giants. It was about the black Europeans when niggas jumped on Panda.
But all of that shit was together, though.
All that shit was together, bro.
Because like the niggas, the giants was the people who pushed out the original Europeans that you were saying was black. Like they was the savages that.
Yeah, and then y'all
won that fight.
Then y'all mixed with them, and then the ones that mixed with them.
No, not all of us. Group of us mixed with them.
That's what I said. And the ones that mixed with them betrayed.
That's what I'm saying. At a bare minimum, you gotta respect. Like niggas clearly been listening to you, bro. So you can't, like, niggas know this shit, nigga. Like, we telling you exactly the shit that you said. We just disagree.
Nobody don't know. Wasn't no black Europeans. I do disagree with you that the first Europeans was black. That has nothing to do with who was in the land that you call Europe. But when you start connected to Europa and all of that shit, I'm gonna beat you the fuck up on it.
Europa is a black woman.
Europa is not a black woman. Europa is a Greek mythological character.
Bro, God, bro. I just gave you the DNA on the Macedonians, bro. Bro, I just gave you the DNA on the Macedonians.
Bro, fuck the Macedonians, bro. Europa.
The Macedonians are the Greeks, bro.
Bro, I don't make their mythology literal.
What? These niggas descend from Ethiopia, bro.
That does not make their mythology literal. You got another fun fact you want to name about them?
Europa is a black woman, bro. No, she's got fucking statues, bro.
No, she's not. Zeus is not a black man. Hades not a black man. None of that shit was Greek mythology and was crap.
All of those,
they painted that shit in front of the world.
Greek gods are African.
That shit in front of the world, and nobody contended. Like, why the fuck are you painting me white? Leave it alone, bro. You're fucking wrong.
No,
bro.
they didn't paint them white, bro. They removed the fucking paint.
Man, shut the fuck up,
bro. The Greeks painted in color. They know that was fake that they did, bro.
They used the color white in the painting.
No, they did not, bro. They painted very vibrantly,
stupid,
bro. Colors was a thing, bro.
The kind of stupid shit you willing to say,
were
bro.
very royal type thing. Oh man, I'm trying to give you real history, man. You being stubborn.
That's not real history. Europa is not real history. It's Greek mythology.
Oh man.
Greek mythology is not real history.
All right, man.
Yeah, I hope you take that in. All that shit, Javon, Jafef, Ion, Europa, all that shit, man, is fake, bro. That shit is not real history, bro. Stop trying to steal the cracker's fake history and turn it black. You worse than the cracker, bro.
Bro, that's bigger history that they turned white in recent history, bro. I promise.
It's not recent history, man. It's fucking BC, some of it. It's not recent.
Bro,
did it in front of, bro, you're tripping. Lance, you're tripping.
These people are not white people, bro.
Lance, you are tripping.
All right, well, argue with the data. You already seen it. The Greeks was fucking from Ethiopia. They're related to Ethiopia. Or to any other nation in Africa, bro. Or the Mediterranean. That's what it says. The Greeks are related to Ethiopia more than any other nation in the Mediterranean.
What the fuck that got to do with it, man? White people are related to black
bro.
people, so the fuck what? White people are related to motherfucking black people, so the fuck what? And these black people are the most closely related to the white people, so the fuck what? So the fuck what? That still makes they still white.
But also, if we're talking about historically though, like we do gotta understand that what we know is today is Italy. You feel me? In that Mediterranean region, that Ethiopia and Italy. That I mean, we talking about the country of like Italy. Mm-hmm. They have had a historical battle with the Ethiopians. So like it's called the Italian Abyssinian. Is it Italian Abyssinian? Ethio-Abyssinian something. Let me look it up real quick. Because a part of the issue is that like the relationship with Eritreans in Italy, or in particular, is uniquely different from Ethiopia and their relationship with the country. And so there was I guess you would be right in a sense when it comes to small parts of, but I mean they were still different people. Like they were still different ethnic groups. Like you would still consider, like they still consider what
they had left and became another people, yes. But as far as ethnicity and look, yes, bro. You don't have the history, bro. God. All right, listen, bro. The ethnicity of these people were similar, so that's why they couldn't have been. My bad. Go ahead, Domo.
No, I wasn't saying that.
That shit trippy. That shit trippy as hell. Like that shit is fucking proven history, bro. Proven fucking history. You know who the Phoenicians is, you know who the Egyptians is, we know who the Greeks is, we know who the Romans is, we know who the Persians is. The world all of these, you, my nigga.
So, bro, the Greeks, I'm sorry, let's just limit.
Man, that shit is crazy, bro. You are a fucking traitor. You are a traitor, bro.
You probably was that nigga that you gonna fuck up reparations for what? Nigga.
Bro, reparations not coming.
I'm bringing out the real history, bro. I'm just bringing out the real history. I ain't thinking about none of that shit.
No, you're not. You're
making an
interesting story out of cracker history and their mythology.
Remember I told you, nigga, when Noah, if we're gonna stick to the Noah story, brothers.
We're never going to stick to the Noah story. We're never
them niggas can't have different
talking
nations.
About Noah to everybody here. Nobody gives a fuck about Noah, bro. No. Next, try again.
So,
We're not.
how about I tell you what, bro. I'll be quiet. I'll be quiet. My bad.
We're not going into your fantasy world and agree to your fantasy terms. We're gonna keep it right here in literal proven history, bro. Alexander the Great was a white dude who fucking destroyed Tyrus.
Yeah, Tyrus was white too. Tyre was white.
Tyrus.
Yeah, was Tyre white?
I don't know. I wouldn't say yes, and I wouldn't say no. But
I assure you, the Macedonians are not white.
I know
it wasn't.
Yes, there was.
Look, bro. I have so many. What's that shit called when you use the little squares to create pictures in the floor? I have so many of those fucking actual photographs taken of those places, bro. Those people are not white people, bro.
You have a picture of what?
What's that type of art called when it's little bitty square glass?
By numbers?
No, bro. No, I'm too high to talk right now.
A color by number book calling that shit historical.
No, I forget what it's called, but it's a certain type of art. They use the artwork. They make art.
What is it depicting, bro?
It's depicting their culture, like the different things that they do and how they believe. It's like the Egyptian hieroglyphs, but it's like done in this fashion, right? Throughout their palaces and shit like that, and temples. And they depict it as niggas looking like niggas today, bro.
Looking like niggas today.
Yeah.
That's crazy, bro.
So when you read that, listen, it's significant, but I say that because when you read in that shit that I described, talking about Statute 103C3, when it was talking about who would be considered to be white in the 1870s, it mentioned all of those that we're talking about right now.
So what?
That would be considered in America. All of them same people, the Iberian, Celtic races,
nothing to do with ancient times, bro. The people in fucking Egypt is not the people that was in Egypt. The people that
we know
there's plenty of places that's full of white people right now. That wasn't.
But we're referring to ancient times.
You're talking about 1800s.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about the Greeks,
said
bro.
The one source that said who would be accepted as white. That was from the 1800s.
Yeah, but when you get into what they were saying, who would be
when we're talking?
Hold on, nigga, stop cutting me off. What the hell is your problem?
Because you're not getting my point of asking
that. You're
not getting. You're ignoring the fucking logic and the point I'm making and trying to teach me some stupid shit.
You ain't even letting me make a fucking point.
My point of showing you that the book you just brought up that you just tried to deny was from the 1800s. It's from the 1800s. Why are you bringing that up when you're talking about ancient Macedonians, ancient Greeks?
Right, because it says these are the people who be considered white. It named off Iberian, Celtic, Jews of Celtic mix. It named off all of these different people that were of people of color, bro.
Yeah, that's cool. I'm not talking about classification. I'm talking about crackers. The pale-skinned beast. That's what I'm talking. I don't give a fuck what you're able to classify yourself, do the legal terminology within whatever corporation occupies whatever land. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. I'm talking about crackers. The Greeks were crackers. They were pale-skinned crackers. Yes, they were, bro.
The movies made you believe that, and then removing the color off the marble made you believe that, bro.
I don't watch movies about that shit. I watch documentaries. I don't watch movies about that shit. I've never watched
documentaries. Look, I'm gonna tell you, it was a mixed culture like America.
I haven't seen none of Gladiator. I haven't seen none of those movies, bro.
Okay. Well, the Greek culture was like America, bro.
No, and America is fucking crackers.
No, bro. Multicultural.
No, America is crack. The people who stay within the bounds of the territory is not representative of who the fuck rules the land. If you put a motherfucking mascot out for America and Greece, they're gonna look the same. It's gonna be a white motherfucking dude.
Bro, but when you go into the homes of these people who have this artwork up, it's normally of themselves. These people are people of color.
America is not reflecting the mind of the black man like the Greek did not reflect the mind of their black citizens. This was a white-driven place ruled by white people with a white agenda.
No, there were black rulers in Greece, bro. What do you mean, bro?
Just like there are black mayors in America. But the crackers run this bitch like the crackers ran Greek. Are black people here? Yeah.
Bro,
when have you seen the all one colored society? When have you ever seen all white people know black people? All black people know white people in modern times because there's plenty of places.
How can you say the Greeks were crackers, bro?
Because they were fucking crackers, bro.
So how you arguing against yourself, bro?
I'm not arguing against myself. All of that.
You just said there's never been a time. Show me one culture where it's only all white people, only all black people.
Bro,
and then you just said the
I'm not talking about who stayed within the territory. I'm talking about the people who rule and who mind is reflected in the propaganda and the agenda that they pushing out. Black people are not being considered in the legislation that's being pushed out. Black people ain't making decisions for America globally. That's white agenda, bro. Just like the Greeks spread white beliefs, white history. They omitted African history on purpose, tainted it on purpose. Why? To paint white people as superior. Goofy. It's right there.
Bro, the Greek society was made up of African men.
Man, bro. African, Smafrican. White people are African.
No, what I mean by, okay, so let me, the Greek, I'll say it again. The Greek people were a mixed culture.
The Greek civilization was a mixed civilization. The Greeks were white because they let other people.
They were.
It's the fuck they were, bro.
The original Greeks are Macedonians,
right,
bro.
So America black. So America's black.
Culturally, America's black.
Culturally, America. Starbucks represent black people.
No.
The culture that we see in America is built by black people.
Every bit of it.
Every bit of it.
The culture has designed itself to cater to black people, bro. So that we contribute to it.
Had fucking segregated bathrooms.
Oh my God, bro.
Where when
black people
still got to come in the back door of the Trump Tower? Where,
bro?
When black people still living in the privatized areas and white people living in the high rises, where did we design that for ourselves?
We talking about culture.
I'm talking about culture, yes. Culture, yes. And the culture is that black people are in the poverty-stricken areas and white people are in the upscale good areas. And if black people become even moderately close to being the majority or match of the area, white people escape, it drives down and becomes a slum.
Yeah, bro. I think that we just been fooled into some shit, bro, and we got total control of our shit if we want it.
To turn white people black. That's what I think. I think you're desperate and you're still in the legacy of oppression at the expense of all black people who would never oppress people. You just want to be somebody so bad, and you're somebody. You just accept who the fuck you are.
Brother, you don't understand.
Stop saying what people don't understand, bro.
It's clear, bro. You still calling the Greeks white and they're Macedonian.
Man, I don't give a fuck, bro. They crackers. They crackers. They gods was crackers. They literature reflect cracker propaganda and agenda. I don't give a fuck. Even the black people who was in there who ruled were crackers. They was crackers. But Greeks are pale-skinned motherfuckers, man. The Romans is pale-skinned motherfuckers, man. Egypt was black. Egypt had white people in there, but Egypt was black.
Egypt
Hey,
wasn't black.
Egypt wasn't black
African.
because the first 5 dynasties of Egypt, was albino, what you'll call albino with blue eyes.
That what
You
they
sound
still
stupid.
black. Albinos are black
You
too.
sound
Albinos are black.
stupid.
Albinos are black. So what's your point?
That's dope. That's my man, and I like he fun. But I like how Lance talk though. Like the other thing is that it's just y'all actually be saying almost the same thing, but it's just where y'all getting y'all information from. You should both just look into each other's information, man. That's all it is. A sharing of information. So I guess if we get to the point where we shouldn't just be saying things, and I'm not in the position to show it. I'm being a hypocrite right now myself, but to be true.
You get a phone call or something.
I'm saying? Oh no, it ain't me. That's probably Domo. Hey, man. Yeah. You know, they call it. I said, make sure he's trying to get them extra pampers. And then, you know, he got to get cold package deals through Amazon. I got it. Yeah. Let me stop trying to be too smart. But hey, look. But nah, both of y'all saying the same things, and what we get caught up is the color point. Like they Greek in any culture, it was different colors, as we can say. That's just like when you get so deep in y'all debates with the Israelite thing. I think people forget what was Israelite just a mixed multitude. So niggas get confused and don't understand. Israelite is not just a black people, bro. It's not just black people. You know what I'm saying? It's you know, colonization is real. A lot of what both of y'all, all of y'all say is real, but y'all don't want to. You know, we just gotta take our time, to set that up, and that's
Man,
and it probably seems like I'm playing.
I've been through this information. This shit ain't new, man. Niggas been arguing the black Greeks because white people painted themselves black on the side of a goddamn pottery, and they saying, "Look, them black people." No, they white people.
They're actually Khazars. They're actually Khazars, right? They're actually Khazars. They're actually Russians.
Yeah,
Then you study the Russians. Then you study. Right, check it out. So check it out. I'm just throwing this out for some information for somebody to look up. Slavic information about the Russians, this and that. You'll see our heritage of melanated people in Russia. It's on their morals and all that. You talk about Egypt, man. We on their morals in Russia.
I said,
you know what I'm saying? Or them being
we weren't global.
Right.
We were everywhere.
Right. And the truth be told, it's hard to accept, but when you study a lot of this stuff, I mean, we've been lied so much. The one thing that I think people should look at harder is that between the Egypt storylines and the America storylines, and you might come to realize that. And yes, I am quite a little Igbo-ish, but you'll come to realize that a lot of those the nations, Jerusalem, these different places, they was here. They weren't. It wasn't. You know.
Well, first of all, I don't know about Jerusalem.
But let's just keep playing with maps.
I don't know about Jerusalem.
Yeah, Jerusalem is DC. Jerusalem is like DC, so it's like what.
Yeah,
I'm sorry.
I hear you, but I don't see no proof of that about Jerusalem. But I know that there's plenty of African, or it's plenty.
Okay. So we just learned. Me and you both just learned this year when we were talking about Egypt. We actually remember me and you both, because I heard you say so. You can't go. We thought Egypt was like one location, which is Egypt. When we really come to realize that it was more so like a government system that was global.
I'm the one who was teaching that. I didn't just discover that. I had a debate with Uncle about
me and you talked a couple nights on. The joint too. Come on, me and you learned together.
No,
if you understand what I'm saying.
Bro. I've been through that.
Oh, okay.
That's what I mean by We were a global people. This I'm not saying we were. I'm not saying.
And we both understand that Egypt could be more so of a government, could be more of a system than a people, right?
It was a culture that occupied different territories all over the world. They had, I guess you call city-states. But this was something that everybody did. If we all lived in, say, New York, and then we went to another land, we would name that land New York, or New York, or York, or something like that. So it's like when you look at Illinois.
So what if I jumped up? What if I jumped out the window and said, I believe when they call Canaanite, you know how y'all do the Canaanite story? I got a different belief. How y'all do the Canaanite story? You say, you know, Canaan, Egypt, you know, how Moses moved over. What if I told you, I think Canaan is actually Canada?
That's cool.
That's
stuff that I read.
That's written down.
But I know the stuff that I done read, you gotta, you ain't gonna, that's land speaking. You know, you gotta pay to see what I'm about to start talking about. You know what I'm saying? You gotta pay to see it. Like Canada is the Great Lakes, and the story of the giants and all these different stuff that y'all be debating. There's a lot of things that happen. The story is really here, but it depends on what type of book, what information, where you get your information from. Am I wrong, Les? If I'm wrong, then tell me wrong.
No, I got that in one of my presentations when I started presenting the giants, showing the mounds all over the earth that the people they covered them. They covered the mounds.
But you should know this too.
Giant war. That was part
right,
of
and you should know it. And it comes with names. Look, it comes with tribal names and names of who was, you know, I know you can't just jump on and say, because it'll be ridiculous if everybody ain't privy to the information. But you understand what I'm saying? Yeah,
because when they say the tribal names, we're just thinking of regular Indian motherfuckers. We're not even conceiving that when they talking about some of these people are great in stature. That is amongst the regular sized people, they're known. You know what I'm saying? That's why when the Bible said that the giants was amongst humans, and then they began to consume every acquisition of man, like eat their cattle and stock, and then they said they began to eat man.
Right.
It wasn't
so
always
buffalo. And you know, that was our buffalo. That's why buffalo went extinct and all that. But you know, it's a deep thing. You know, it's just information people got to be privy to. But it's just so hard to bring it out. That's why I rock with Lance. I don't know when Lance first came, y'all see me in the channel, I was cheering him on because it seemed weird. But if you're not privy to the information that he's presenting, then, you know, and you just going off what your white daddy been telling you, then I guess you will be lost. You know what I'm saying? But, you know, if the more technology around, the more you'll be able to see certain things than what you think. You know what I mean? And unless you be a nigga like Dumbo, you just want to argue, man. You just going to jump on and say, well, the white man taught me this and I went for school. You just going to argue that dumb shit. Then, okay, you got it, bro. I got you. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying, Lance?
You know, you find motherfuckers who normally was not smart in school, who did not get indoctrinated, more able to accept things that they're able to see better.
Yeah, I got a 9th grade education. And I was ex-military. I'm ex-military, 9th grade, and I know what I am far as historical-wise, and I had things told to me. So, you know, everybody, this ain't, you know.
I think school was indoctrination, bro. They got us real young.
It is.
They can change history right before our very eyes while we was living it. Like right now, they doing it right now, bro.
Man, I just seen an email come through my phone. It said, where was the flu virus through COVID? And then if anybody would have studied COVID and the flu is the same thing. It's just the way we utilize it. words are spent. I think you know what it is, Lance. Words are spells. People take things and just run. I don't know what really to say.
What you saying, bro? Say what you said. I don't know what you said.
So it was a newsletter on my little Yahoo joint. It said, people are asking now, what happened to the flu virus during COVID? And look, it's movies and everything to show that COVID been out for years. It's on all new TV shows. They've been talking about COVID. And people don't know that COVID and the flu is nothing new. It's whole power. The only thing we do, we want to, instead of being balanced people, we think of stats for everything.
Bro, you going in and out.
Okay.
You echoing the stuff.
It's crazy. Okay. I'm trying to find a good way to say it. Like, believe half of what you see, man, and none of what you hear, man.
Yeah, I know already, bro. Look, I broke myself down, bro. I told niggas when I first had my wake up call, when niggas not gonna believe me, but I seen a motherfucker levitate a cigarette, and I was in Santa Monica, California. It was a street performer. He was a gypsy looking motherfucker, big old long beard, mustache, long hair, all dark, but he was short, you know what I'm saying? Shirt all open, looking like a Turk. And the motherfucker was doing regular tricks, you know, had us stop. We was coming out the club. I was on tour with D12. We all stopped outside and watched him and shit kicking so we can all gather and, you know, hop in the band.
There's a magnet in the cigarette. That's why they hit.
No.
Yes.
No, it's called.
No, I tricked him. Listen, let me tell the story. I tricked the motherfucker. While he was floating, I didn't even tell you how you got the floating cigarette because you keep him fucking interrupting me when I'm talking.
I didn't interrupt you. I just interrupted you once. I didn't keep interrupting you.
No, all night, Suave.
Wow, funny.
You like to take a gap. You think you're fucking.
No, you just listen, brother. If everybody's quiet, you're going to be quiet. But as soon as I'm start talking, I inspire you.
That's not true, bro. Anytime anybody talks,
it's Suave. What you think about that? The same elements of the human body is in the earth itself. You agree?
The same elements that's in the human body is in the earth.
Yeah, in the ground. It's in the ground. Like the body create gold, silver.
Not all of the elements.
Have you studied the body?
Yes, yeah. Not all of the elements, because some of the elements of the human body does not exist on Earth.
Coal come from the dead bodies of the old races, bro.
Yeah,
that's where your oil come from.
Oil,
yeah, that's your oil.
That's what I say, motherfuckers talking about it come from dinosaur fossils. I'm like, shit, we the motherfuckers buried in this bitch. Like, we could be burning our ancestors in cars right now, bro.
Well, the ancient races was giants, bro.
All right.
And when I did a study, I was looking at when a girl told me that the human body got gold in it already. I could eat some of her fucking gold with a cookie flake, whatever. And I didn't believe her, so I looked the shit up. Found out that most of the gold resides in the human feet. So I was like, well, damn. When I learned about mud fossils back in the day, I was like, what if the fucking gold is in giant feet? That's where the majority gold found in humans, in their feet. What if the feet, or if we can find a structure that looked like it was a fucking giant, nigga, we can find the gold if it's above ground.
I'm supposed to talk to you about that. Go ahead.
This is the point. You know. If you don't, it's like the point of talking about magnetism or the torch field of the body, the inner life of a person. It's a lot of things that, being on the debate, people try to act like they're privy to, but you're not. And sometimes it just takes listening to just open your eyes and
and ask, where did you get that source from? But you'll be shocked on a lot of what he's saying is true.
No, I wouldn't. Like the stuff that he say is true, I believe is true, and the stuff that he speculate, expound on.
Like I'm gonna say this simple. My sister soul come on your channel and Lance speak. Y'all might think they talking crazy shit, but Lance and Sister Soul, I bring y'all some real information, man. You know what I'm saying? And I'll be totally honest about it.
Sister Soul, she doesn't, for the most part, speak on history. But when she has, she said that Egypt was taken from over here to Africa in the 1900s, and we jumped on our head.
I can't say nothing else.
I don't say you put me with Sister Soul. I appreciate your attempt.
No. I didn't put you with. I said the information is different, and sometimes we need to just put you with nobody. I know I say my words properly.
Yeah, and my bad, bro, and I didn't even listen.
Yeah. I said it's just new information that we weren't privy to. You know what I'm saying? There's certain things you got your hand, you got willing to be, you could grasp on, and you took the time with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it's a hard thing when we sitting there being indoctrinated and programmed for somebody to bring something new. We think, well, everybody else, Matthew, I'm going to give you an example. Matthew chapter, for you, Lance, Matthew chapter 7, verse 13 through 14. Can you read it for me?
I'm nowhere near. I'm in the car, but.
Oh, okay.
What it's about?
Just you don't gotta have a word for word. What it's talking about?
This basically talk about how following, like being sheep, following whatever. But the truth, man. You know what I'm saying? Is gateway. It's all about gateways. Like we walking with people. When a multitude walk, we walk in 13 with the greater multitude. But the key to getting to something is walking with yourself and finding your own paths. Not being a sheep. That's studying all things. Even the book say, you said study all things to show thyself approved. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm talking about.
Oh yeah, I agree with that shit, bro. You gotta make sure you bring in enough of everything so you can rightfully divide the shit. If you only take in one side, bro, you can't rightfully divide it. So even when I study debate, when I'm getting my debates, I'm looking at the perspective of the person that's against me so I can understand what I'm debating in full. But if I'm only attacking, and I made those mistakes in the past, or only attacking and trying to get my side off, not really considering the real debate. It's a debate, so I have to understand his side too. You see what I'm saying?
So
we don't do that. So we
you ready for your debate, bro? If you don't mind me asking, you ready?
Very ready.
What's the topic? If you don't mind me asking.
Is it appropriate to use the term black and white when referring to ancient people?
That's a deep topic.
Yeah. Dumb, he gonna try, bro. Hopefully I sent him back to the drum board. He don't have enough. He's not even going back far enough in time to understand why he's gonna lose. I went from the very beginning into the recent history and show how we all share throughout history, the people of color, blacks. We just said, fuck it, we the black. We've been calling ourselves black since the beginning of time. We got poetry about it and songs. It's an easy debate, man. He's done. it's time for a new administration.
So how you feel about that word black? It really don't represent the people?
We have an idea today of what black is amongst this time in society. We have all accepted what black is, right? Now, can we find the root of that in history? Yes, we can. And we'll find that those people who refer to themselves as black are directly related to us today. And it might not be a part of the social construct to be a part of slavery that they were choosing to kind of make a certain people be low, but we were, whatever they were using, whatever time in history, we were always there to receive that after our rulership in this time.
So what can I ask you this? What you hear on the notion that a lot of the history we really want to learn is in our city halls and in our state libraries, that a lot of us that search for information not really searching for it. Do you believe that to be true?
Say that again, bro.
A lot of information people searching for is within our city halls and you know, certain libraries of our states that we just not investigating. Do you think that's true?
Yes, there's a lot of information there that we don't investigate. In fact, to be quite honest with you, I was studying Mackinac Island, and I found out that it was a race of Bigfoots on that motherfucker. Peculiar race of people, very hairy and tall, with great strength. They went to war with the Indians that was in New York, and they were almost utterly wiped out, according to the Indian that was giving his statement from the Mackinac, so from that library, from their state, that area.
Right, thank you. That's what I wanted to do. It's a lot of
that the only two survived, and they ran further north of Mackinac, and they said they didn't, from the seeing of what happened to their people, they no longer wanted to live amongst humans. So the guy said that last he saw or heard of them, they had 13 children, and then I meant to say that then later on I went further to try to seek those children, and Zaina, a lady named Zaina the Wild Woman, popped up. Right?
Yeah, and notice how this only our DC comics. That's so when we look at superheroes and this and that, you'll be shocked to find out that these are people in our history books and certain, you know what I mean? Zainab is one of them. If what you just brought up, am I correct or am I wrong?
Nah, I think this motherfucker is from north. They moved north towards Russia and shit. What's that shit called? Right. Algerian, Algebazin, or some shit like that.
What cartoon I actually? What cartoon the female Zainab was on? You remember?
Zena?
Zena, excuse me. Zena.
I don't know. I don't know, nigga.
It's cool.
Cartoons? You talking about the television show, Dana? With the girl that throw the circular ring?
Cartoon. Like how we watched He-Man and Transformers and whatever it is. You talking about She-Man? Go ahead, brother. I'm listening.
I don't remember Zaina. I remember Zaina was like a Channel 20 show, motherfucking WB show. The lady that threw the ring.
Princess was a TV show. She-Ra was a cartoon. Fucking, that was the bitch that was with He-Man. She-Ra.
Yeah, Shira's brother.
Yeah, I was just trying to remember. Yeah. Crazy stuff, man.
Yeah, nah, man. I mean, I just think that it's gonna all come forth, bro. You know, it's just like, that shit is fucking happening before our very eyes. Fucking Mandela effect. We live in it, bro.
What is the Mandela effect? Because the way they said, when I looked at YouTube on it, was kind of weird. It was like a certain, but then that was crazy.
When people collectively remember something that is that is different than what it actually was. So like one of the things was, what was it? I'm trying to think of one of the simple ones.
When I see on the YouTube channel,
it was with the peanut butter. Was it Jiffy or Jif?
Yep. Go ahead, Brent. You done?
I'm asking you which one.
I definitely remember JIFF and Jiffy. Yeah. But they deny it.
Yeah, but there's no Jiffy. It's just Jif. They'd be like, hold on. I remember Jiffy. So it's like the most famous one is that Nelson Mandela was dead. That's why they named it the Mandela effect. Because
I remember when they reported it in the paper.
Everybody remembered Nelson Mandela being dead. But then it comes to light that he's alive. Like, no, he's not dead. So people believe that history was changed. Right? Whatever you believe it to be. Some people believe that a lot of people just remember shit wrong. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people get the color and something wrong. So if they say, no, it was red, then some people would say history was rewritten instead of saying, no, I was mistaken. I thought it was blue, but it was red. Oh, me too. Well, so did 5 other million people. But because a lot of people remember it a different way, it gives them credibility. But, I mean, a lot of the times we were kids when we got the information. And, I mean, that's the major thing. But some people get shit wrong. 1 out of 5 people get shit wrong. So 1 billion out of 5 billion people get shit wrong. But that 1 billion people saying something gives it credibility. But they are wrong.
And it gives it credibility. And now the fact that it is what everybody believes today, which make it seem like that other one never existed.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's kind of like what's happening, bro. That's what I'm seeing. Like I think that when I first seen them trying to attempt to do it is when they did it with the Huff the Mifflin books in Texas, right? And then now they taking down all of these statues and all of this shit and the other. And then like when the buildings in Rome, or I mean in France and shit, and all them different places they burn, they don't put the fucking sculptures back like they was, bro. They do a rendition of it and put other new faces in those places now.
That's what's up.
Then you got the cities that's being built that nobody's living in. It's like ain't no telling, bro. There's so much shit that's going on simultaneously. And the way my mind works, it's connecting it. It's like, you can see that, okay, if you believe in a reset, then a continuity of government is in order. What do you do with the survivors? How do you find survivors to get back, to reestablish, workers, to get the shit back? You put a chip in them, where the chip is nano serum. It's coming in fucking forms of vaccines. It's just so much shit that I can fucking create, bro. I'm a writer. And the shit be so real that I can't do nothing but say it's possible, bro, and start studying in that direction. It's what the fuck, bro. Like, like, what I'm saying? I can't not be good at this shit, bro. What I'm probably supposed to be here to do. I see things and able to put it together. All I have to do is stop being lazy and expose myself to enough things that the answer will form. motherfuckers say, nigga, you know, you tried to use quantum theory to explain gravity. I said, gravity to me is intermolecular, subatomic. The greater the mass, the more the matter, the more the atoms, the greater the attraction, because the electrons that's going around the nucleus create an electromagnetic field. So of course it's going to be an attraction to the thing that has some more atoms. Fucking curvature space-time. That right there, preparing pyramid earth shit, that taught me, I started receiving so much information, I was able to be like, wait a minute, these niggas telling us the truth in paper, on paper, but they're lying to us in talk. Solar wind is the relation of the energy coming from the sun, how it affects the earth. And no, solar wind is the fact that sun is electrical ball going over magma, which is full of iron. And we feel the attraction as the sun is closer to the earth. Boom. Fucking genius, bro. I didn't fucking find it in the book.
That's a fact. No, that's a fact what you just said. Feeling the energy between the two magnets. Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
The only thing that gets in the way of that is they took where the sun is, which is supposed to be the center, and they traded it with the earth. And the earth is going to be the same map. 3 plus 2 equals 5. 5 equals 2 plus 3. Just change it around. Take the sun and put it where the earth is. Make the earth be the center, and the sun and the moon rotates around the earth. It's going to be
so
the
what's
same
the problem?
map.
So Lynn, since you're getting deep, I can see you thinking real hard. Let me ask you, what do 369 really mean?
I don't know. What's
Okay.
up, bro?
I thought you was ready.
Nah, I'll just deal with what comes to me, bro. I ain't offering none of that. If it come to me in the midst of me study it, like I love to
So you know that was the keys to Tesla. You ever study anything about Tesla? 369? Okay, well I'll leave it alone.
I didn't. I never studied it about it. I think I heard you talk about it before though. You was on the panel with somebody talking about it.
That's just like you know, his name was John Bush, but their names were something else. So Tesla was close to President Bush's uncle. They had a building in New York. You know anything about that building in New York? You heard about that? With Tesla? So he can run himself like his own, how we do, what's the joint we put on our rules for to make power and all this stuff? But but their names is something else. It ain't, their last names really ain't Bush. But the uncle was working with Tesla at a building in New York. Look, you know what I'm saying?
Prescott.
No, Prescott was his first name.
Oh, hold on. Yeah, I know who you're talking about, bro.
No, you don't.
I do know who you're talking about.
Then who is it?
Because he about to continue on. You're going to find out that Donald Trump is connected to that too. Donald Trump people.
Yeah, no shit. I know that.
Oh, must be bored up. Yeah,
so for the fans, what you think? For the fans, a lot of the information is so different. And this being your first season, Lance, did you ever think about giving you Did you ever think about using your management if you got it and doing a presentation for people to hear some of the information that you've been bringing out recently that's brand new to the fans? I think it'll be nice, man.
I think that I'm still compiling a lot of information so I can have all of the answers down. It's like I said, bro, while I'm talking.
I mean, doing a presentation, not having the answers, but just putting some information out, maybe asking Solo or Suave, you know, however stuff going, I'm not getting into all that other stuff. But like just doing
I
a
plan
presentation.
on doing that, bro. I plan on doing that. I just wanted to, you know, get comfortable with.
Because a lot of the information you bringing out in this season 3 with SBDL, bro, don't nobody tell me all this shit until you got here. And I say they can try to act like they knew it and they didn't know about it. Because I'm excited about it. But to do a presentation, bro, I really hope you think about doing it.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, brother. But when I get all this shit together and be more comfortable with what I'm learning, you know what I'm saying, I'll be more than happy to, you know, have it properly in order. I really want to start implementing my videography into the stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm already subscribed to your channel, man. I've been waiting on you anyway. I thought you would have been there, so yeah.
No, what I'm about to do now, every Sunday is read a book that where I'm getting a lot of my information from, reading new books. And like, so I'll read up to a certain portion. Maybe I'll spend about 3 hours reading, you know, breaking it down up to a certain portion, open the panel, discuss it, put that book on pause, start another book, you know what I'm saying? Open it up. Cause I'm gonna connect everything how I learned it. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to
no disrespect. Lex was doing that, man. He had a night and he was reading books, you know, whether people believe or whatever, and it was kind of nice to just listen. He was reading a couple chapters and break it down.
Yeah, we was reading the Destruction of a Black Civilization.
Yeah, man. Yeah. See, I'm one of the people, man. Don't get me misconstrued, man. I'm not just here for the bullshit. I'm one of the people that's really here for the wisdom.
With the good people.
No. You judging me now. On real shit. On real shit, man. I'm here for the knowledge, bro. There's things that, you know, I learned a lot too for the time I learned a lot about things. But I'm here for the wisdom, bro. And it's mad ego, bro. It's mad, bro. You know, and then the same. Let me see. I don't want to keep hearing the same arguments when we can go over and study and debate like year to year. Like this season 3 of SBDL. So it's like see the arguments, but the proof is in the pudding. It's the books, it's the sources, it's the sources y'all lay down in the debate. Is the sources y'all lay down. Just like certain things, though, is getting ridiculous to keep having the same arguments over after 3 or 4 years. And the same debates and debate titles is the same old shit and no information. That's why if I can't get no other word, I want to thank Lance for coming on, bringing something totally different with them Huguenots. And yeah, it's stirred that shit. Lance stirred up a whole bunch of shit. And the Taz stirred up a whole bunch of shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I think it's good. I think it's good. That's all I can say.
Bro. I that was a coincidence that I found that information out. I was just trying to find my family history. And I had to look in Sumter and look up the people who were Aboriginals to Sumter. I was looking to find the Indians here. And I found a whole lot more.
Yeah.
You know, I'm looking at myself in the mirror, bro. My hair get curly like a motherfucker when it grow out. Or if I brush it back,
my eyebrows connect like yours connect, so don't feel bad. My eyebrows
that's my fucking heritage.
Hey, look, check this out.
I wear that shit proudly.
I was born with 11. I was born with 11 fingers. My grandfather was born with 12. My oldest son got the same birthday, born the same day, same time as me. Yeah, so I got a lot of weirdo shit with myself. But I was born with 11 fingers, bro. I understand why
there ain't no damn finger. Why you keep saying that shit, bro? Bro, that shit is not a bone in there.
Say that again.
It's not a bone in there, bro. That ain't no finger.
Okay. So my grandfather was born with one on both hands, and I was born with one on just one hand. So I had 11. He had 12. You said there ain't no bones in him.
Was it
so
bones?
You really don't. You never studied. So it's a tribe. Pull it up there. They got blue eyes natives, bro. They got blue eyes. They melanated, and they got 6 fingers. So put the 6-finger tribe on your joint and tell me, do you have a bone in it?
I know about the 6 fingers.
Oh, so do they got bones in their fingers?
You have.
No, I'm asking you a question.
Phalanges.
Oh, so they do have 6 fingers.
Yes,
or
they
bone
use
in
them.
And
the people who have 6,
okay.
Look, their relatives still exist today.
So you know what I'm saying? People with them blue eyes, the tribe that I'm from, where I got it, where I am from, bro. You know what I'm saying? People was the people that started Egypt, right?
The people that started Egypt.
You ever you study archaeology or whatever? So but the color was like, it's like what you call Nephilim. They have 6 toes, 6 fingers. Just look it up right now. They got blue eyes. It's even go to the Great Lakes. I'm just trying to see certain things. I'm just throwing out things to see how studied you are, Lance.
Yeah, no, I'm not disagreeing with you.
I can't just come up. I'm a
saying,
chat rat. I can't just come in here and be saying no stuff, man. I look retarded as hell.
I'm saying that your nub on your finger doesn't have a bone in it. It don't look like now that you told me about your grandfather, I'm asking you, did his have a bone in it? It could be a remnant of
Bruh, I am look, bruh, I am what I am.
You got a big ass jawbone.
Huh?
You got a big ass jawbone.
I look like you. I'm just darker.
Fuck, you don't look like me, nigga. I seen you before, Big O. You look like my man.
No, my eyebrows connect and everything, bro. I look like you. I just ain't from where you from. You a Huguenot. I ain't a Huguenot. I'm from here.
No, listen. I'm not just Huguenot. And the Huguenot is not a race of people, bro.
Yeah, I know that, bro.
I'm gonna fuck with y'all tomorrow, man. I'm finna lay it down, bro. Love, man.
All right, brother.
I appreciate y'all, Big old Lance. You already know, man. Being gonna be safe out there in Vegas.
I love y'all, man. Keep it up, man. Let's go.
For sure, King. Man, tomorrow, man, we back, man. It's the Argument League, man. Shout out to Solar Vigil Debate League. You already know, man. Playoffs, 6 days, baby. We'll be back tomorrow, man. Peace.